Gotta host a channel before we do the intro.
Yeah, I just hosted.
How do I host a channel again? I'm just kidding.
/host.
I can't do that on the phone, dude.
Oh my
Question
god,
is,
I didn't.
can you spell the Broke Boys podcast?
I do not see it live yet.
I just hosted. It says dude in chat.
It takes a little.
It takes
bit.
a minute, dude. Yeah.
Takes a fat second.
Dude, I didn't get
A
any.
fat chilling.
Should I put alerts on this?
Fat chilling.
Alerts for what? It was like,
Oh yeah, dude. We gotta know if anyone follows
Yeah, dude. Well,
or subscribes. Are you guys affiliate?
No.
which one's that?
The one where we can get.
The first one?
Yeah.
Oh, is Broke Boys affiliate?
No.
Negativo.
Negative.
We haven't done enough. We did one podcast.
We did one, yeah.
It's still not popping up, dude. I need this to pop up now. I'm
Dude,
starting to
chill
get
out.
irritated. You know what? Let's just search it up again.
Let's check.
Ah, there we go.
We're live on this.
How do I host this? Aha.
We got 30 views. 30 views.
Oh
Hey, dude.
Oh my god.
That's a-
Hold on. What did it say? Sinister KZ.
Sinister
Thanks
KZ.
for the host.
Dude, I can't believe
Wow.
that. Dude, he's a cool guy.
What a great guy.
We love Sinister KZ.
God, I hate
Someday I want to meet him in person.
Did this work?
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
What are you doing?
Oh.
Kevin's breaking the stream.
Dude,
Stream's over.
Stream's over.
Get out.
What? Isn't that our ad? Did I tweet on the right account?
You did. It popped up on my feed.
Kevin is a penis.
It's literally right here.
Okay. It's not popping up on this one, though.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Sorry. We gotta link everybody.
Dude,
We gotta
we're
link
just
everybody
trying to
real
get
quick.
it figured out, dude. Alright.
Dude,
Facebook.
all of our viewers are gonna be so
I forgot
mad.
to make this
Yeah,
post.
All the broke boys are gonna be pissed.
Yeah. You're gonna be like, dude,
Like, I thought you guys
I
were
paid
broke.
good money for this.
Like, you paid good money for this brokenness.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
So is your target audience broke boys? Or
It's
are
anybody,
you like
dude.
fine
We're
with
just
like
chilling.
wealthy girls too?
I mean, if they'd like
I
to.
mean,
but we're not gonna.
You know, I'll marry anybody that's rich.
Wait,
Are
what's
you
that have to do with
blushing?
anything?
What?
Are
What did
you
that have to do
blushing?
with anything? You
I
said
have
you'll
no
marry
idea.
anybody?
That's rich.
Anybody?
I mean,
Isaac has money. That's what he's trying to say.
That's
he's like
Okay,
anybody.
you know what? let's just cancel this and let's hit him with the.
That's like the
Hit 'em.
anyone would like you, don't worry. And then they're like, anybody.
Anybody.
Anyways, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Broke Boys podcast. We're with Kevin, Mike, and our special guest, Issac Mccourt. He
Hello.
owns his own company, by the way. Anyways,
He's rich.
yeah, I don't really know how we do this, but we're probably
I
gonna
forget
start
what we
asking
said.
questions because we had like a motto, but
Yeah, I forget.
I don't care. I just want to talk. Basically, we brought him in to talk to the boy because he's
He's not broke,
You
but
know.
he's a boy.
I'm a little bit broke.
in college.
Especially
He's
right
broke.
now.
Everybody's broke in
Past couple of
college.
months, ever since Black Friday, I've been broke.
Fair enough.
All I bought was these,
Yeah.
and I didn't pay for them.
I don't think I bought anything.
Easy chilling.
I think I got coffee.
Did your mom
That's
buy
pretty
anything?
No.
Rookies.
I want to say I spent like
I don't want to hear the number.
1,400.
What?
Didn't you buy like
Something like that.
a Twitch like longboard?
That was
A
was
what?
last year.
Oh,
What'd you
okay.
buy
That
this
was
year?
last year. This year I
You
bought
wanna-
a bunch of software, so like not even stuff that I can like have.
Oh, okay.
So it feels awful.
He's like, I bought Photoshop.
Yep, and I'm not making great usage of it. I almost did, and then I was like, you know what? I
I'm not
only
gonna
have
use
like
that.
Bro, I can
$700
I
left.
can give-
I'm not spending $500 on another set.
Torrent.
What?
What?
You're not saying anything, bro.
No,
What
he
was
heard
that?
me. He heard me.
Okay.
I'll get
I
you
heard
free
you.
Photoshop.
Anyways,
I don't need that because I can do something else that I'm not going to talk about on here. It's not illegal.
Hi,
And
Shane.
it's also not
It's
torrenting.
illegal.
Oh, dude, do we have Shane in the chat?
Yeah.
Dude, what's up, Seth? He's immediately going
Shane's high right now, dude. He got his wisdom tape taken out.
Oh, snap.
He's
He's going to
high.
hate this podcast, though.
All right, do we want to start asking questions?
Do you want to ask voice question?
Because I gotta warm you up before we start with like the deep questions.
Ooh,
You know,
there are deep questions coming? That's exciting.
allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah, just
Allegedly.
everything we say on here.
So my friend from home, Drew, asks. He says, "Who are you fucking, me or Kevin?" Starting off weird.
Wait, what?
He asked it. Drew asked
About what?
who he would rather fuck, me or you.
Ooh, classic.
So ideally neither. No offense to you guys.
Hey, you know,
That's not a personal
Wow.
thing.
You really can't win them all.
I'm waiting until marriage, so.
Fair enough.
You know what? Fair enough.
Until one of you guys marry me, then we'll be stuck with that. But if like
stuck with that,
random person walks into the room and is just like, hey, gun to the head type of thing.
Yeah.
You gotta choose one of them. That's hard. You guys are looking at it like I don't know if you want me to choose your.
Nah, I mean,
I don't want you to choose Kevin.
You want me to choose
I'd rather
Kevin?
you choose Kevin.
Kevin, what are your thoughts?
I don't care.
You don't care?
He cares. He cares.
What are you talking? Why wouldn't you care?
Why wouldn't I? Why would I care?
Exactly.
He cares. That's what he said.
I think I'm gonna go with Kevin.
Oh yeah, respectable.
We go with
Respect.
Kevin.
Yeah.
Respectable call.
Yeah.
Kevin, what about you? Me or Isaac?
Oof.
You gotta think about that. Because my answer is Isaac, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
I
He's
have a
rich.
feeling that
Yeah,
Mike
what-
just doesn't want to have sex with
Isaac's
us.
got money, dude. Barely.
Anyways.
I don't have money.
I know. I don't know.
I wish.
No. Mike's got.
Anyways, no. Shane asked a great question.
Okay.
It's for Kevin.
Okay.
Okay.
Kevin, why did you vote for Trump? He says.
I didn't vote.
You sticking by that?
I'm sticking by that. I didn't vote.
Okay.
Voting not
I wasn't
for Trump,
registered.
Hey.
Voting not for Trump.
So you
though,
didn't vote for Trump?
Is a half vote for
Oh
Trump.
my Jesus!
Think
What
about
do you
it.
think about it? Yeah.
Hey, I don't support. I'm not saying I don't support.
Yeah,
anybody,
dude.
you know?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just-
He's coming at me like.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna ask Nick's question because
Okay.
I feel like we can talk about that for a while. He said if you had a Mortal Kombat style fighting tournament between the people on your teams, who would win? So let's start with the Hearthstone team. Who would win? Who do you think, Kevin?
Out of the Hearthstone team,
Who would win?
Carrico.
I think Mason would win.
Really?
He's strong.
I think Mason would
Body
win too. Like he does go work out.
I think
quite a bit.
Carrico would win.
Mm.
Oh, Carrico's. I'm trying to think of height.
No,
Like,
wait,
who's taller?
wait. Maverick.
Oh my
fuck.
God, Maverick.
We
wins.
forgot about Maverick.
I forgot about Maverick.
Like no chance, because they'd be like, okay, guys, just fists.
And then
That's
he'd
how I'm
stomp
gonna
on their
cover it. And
face.
he'd-
Maverick would
he
stomp
would
his
pull
guys
out
out.
a knife.
Anyways, next team. Let's see. Let's go CS:GO. So we're saying
Turbo.
Zeus. We're saying starting 5.
Oh, okay, starting 5.
So Zeus, Ian, Shane, Seth, Cooper.
Cooper's pretty big.
Yeah,
Shane though.
he's also athletic. No, I think Seth would win. Like if he had to fight to the death, I think Seth would win.
Oh yeah, Seth's crazy.
Seth's kinda
bro.
scary.
Seth is crazy.
I might go with Cooper though, because like Cooper's pretty.
Cooper's
strong.
athletic.
Cooper-
Wait, did we say Turbo?
He's not.
He's not on starting
okay, 'cause I
5.
was
Starting
trying to
5.
do
No,
Turbo.
yeah, Turbo.
Yeah.
That's what I
Like,
said.
Maybe. Like,
He said CS:GO too, but I was like Turbo, and he's like
Yeah.
starting 5. I was
Yeah.
like, ah.
He'd be in like the All-Star League for the
Yeah.
whole esports team, but
Probably win the whole tournament if we had to fight everybody.
yeah,
Alright.
I don't know. Chase Rowe, also pretty big.
Got soft.
Yeah.
Who is that?
Yeah,
Chase
who's,
Rowe?
who's
Never
that
heard
guy?
of
No,
don't know who he is.
All right. What about Overwatch? Let's hear Isaac's opinion first.
Okay.
Oh.
Overwatch. Are we just saying starting roster,
Six,
or are we
the
saying
6 man.
Who are the starting 6?
Okay, starting 6. We got Kieran Shoup, also known as Liren.
Yeah, Kieran would win. Yeah.
Yeah, Kieran.
We got Josh Skis, also known as Joe Skies. We have Griff. What's his last name? It starts with a C, and I can't pronounce it well. It's like
Cecilic.
Cecilic?
Cecilic.
Yeah, but I can't.
It's Irish.
Yes.
Irish.
I don't know. I think we just call him Griff, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't have
Never
like,
call him anything
like
else.
wild name. We got Cheesy Dance. Also
Ted
known-
Bundy.
Ted Bundy.
I was gonna
Maybe
say
for that
Cheesy
reason
Dan,
only.
but yeah. And then we have
You.
me and Caleb Crowley.
Crowley. Okay.
Yeah, who is also just known as Caleb.
Those are close ones, honestly.
This is a close battle.
I don't know. Is it?
Kinda. Yeah. Who
I'm
do you
thinking.
think?
Yeah, who do you think?
I'm thinking. Oh man, that's kind of.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's pretty
Like-
close on this team.
I'd say it's close between two people, either Skis or Cheesy Dan, because Cheesy Dan used to play soccer,
So he's
and like
athletic.
Just
he's a fairly
stomp people
athletic
out.
dude.
He's
Like,
just kick him in her face.
I just think that like he'd be able to. He's got that like
You say
mind
between
muscle
Skis and
connection.
him?
You know? Yeah.
I think Griff.
Griff.
I think Griff could get scary if he wanted to.
Yeah.
He kind of gives me that vibe where he's like, I'm cool and I'm chill, but if you ever
Stomp you out.
It's just
I'll
hard
be
for
great.
me to imagine that because he's like the chillest dude. in the
Yeah,
world.
he's chill.
Fair
So-
enough.
So, but what do you think?
I was thinking skis,
Skis.
but
Skis is
skis
close
is
one,
not
though.
athletic.
Yeah.
Like he's actually like dumb.
What does that have to do with athletics?
No. I'm like
Stupid.
I had to
He would
finish
not have
my.
the big brain
He's
plays.
yeah, like he
Yeah.
doesn't. I've never seen skis play a sport like in my life. He played like ultimate frisbee and
Yeah,
he was
frisbee.
fumbling over
It's
himself.
fun. Okay.
Yeah,
So
but like, could he just like swing on someone or like?
You know what? I'm
Yeah,
gonna go with
If
the
he tried
underdog.
to grapple,
Kieran.
Kieran for sure.
Kieran's got this.
I don't think.
Kieran's
No
wily,
offense to
dude.
Kieran, but
I don't know.
I think he just let him beat him to death.
Yeah, he'd be like, yeah, I'm alright.
I don't know about. Yeah, I don't think he'd be able to do it.
I don't think you're a fighter though either.
I'm
so-
not at all.
Yeah, that's what
No.
I'm saying.
So
so
that's why I was
You'd
not
talk
in
your
my,
way
like,
out of
top
it.
group.
yeah, I'd be like,
You'd
hey,
find a
man,
way.
like,
He'd be like, guys,
No.
listen.
come on.
I mean, that would be like what it actually if there was just like a fight. But
Yeah.
we're talking like that's not an option. Like
Yeah, like
Mortal
you're in Mortal
Kombat.
Kombat.
Yeah, you like break out the Undertale menu and you're going for like mercy. But then like everyone is just like, yeah, okay. They like listen to you eventually, except for like Kieran. He does like the. Have you guys played Undertale?
Yeah.
He does like the like king thing where he like smashes the mercy button. It's like,
It's like, mercy,
stop.
mercy.
Who did you pick?
Griff.
I could honestly see
Griff or
it, but
Skis?
like Griff's just so nice. Like I
Yeah,
can't
it's
imagine
hard
him
to-
ever
It'd be-
fighting someone.
It's hard to see him. You've
Yeah.
never seen him mad.
I
I've
don't
never
know.
seen him mad either. So
Ted Bundy's Ted Bundy for a reason.
that's meticulous. Not
Meticulous,
like within
yeah.
like a brawl.
Yeah,
That's-
I'm
that's
still
different.
giving it to Jacob.
I'll pick Griff.
Like I think Jacob could do
I think
it.
Griff's
Griff,
big
okay,
enough
two
and
Griffs.
like
That's what I'm saying. I think he's
he's
just
tall
big.
and like
he's
he
a big
can-
dude.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, he's probably like what am I trying to? He's like goofy, but like
yeah.
or he could probably just
Probably just
stomp-
run into you and
Yeah.
slam you on the ground. But
Yeah.
now, what about the Smash team? So we got K Chang. Did we count Kieran?
On Smash Team.
Yeah, we
Kieran's
did.
not gonna win, so it doesn't matter.
So are we just gonna say K Chang,
Matt,
Graham, Allen,
Allen.
and then are we counting me? 'Cause I'm on Fortnite but like
Yeah.
Okay, this is actually a really hard one.
so Matt, Graham,
Graham.
Allen, K Chang,
Yeah,
and me.
because like Matt and Alan are like both tall people and both athletic,
And that
but
they're
not in like
lengthy.
a fighting
Yeah.
way. But
They're
like
definitely lanky too.
K Chang, a little bit shorter, so he doesn't have that height advantage. But
Well,
he's also like
I think K Chang would win just.
beefy.
He's-
and
he's
I
a
feel
big
like
dude.
He could take a
Yeah.
hit too.
He's a big dude, and it's like if it's
Yeah.
life or death, he's obviously just
He's gonna kill
bust some ass.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Probably K Chang.
He's a
Yeah.
football player.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's left? Fortnite? Is that it? Or was-
Fortnite? Yeah.
Fortnite.
Fortnite V-Bucks.
So Fortnite's like me, Gabe, River, Micah, Duke, Brant, Chance, and Chris.
This is hard because I think
Well,
it would
I
come
already
down
have
to
mine.
like
I already have an answer.
I have two answers:
Okay,
Who
go
do you
with
think?
yours.
River
Okay.
and Brant.
Yeah. See,
Okay,
that's
yeah.
a good.
So that's why it's
close.
hard. for
That's
me.
That's literally what it
Because
comes
to me,
down to.
like they look very similar in
Yeah.
build and just like everything about them.
Like the a little bit of muscle that River lacks, he has in height,
Yeah,
and that's why they're pretty
like,
even.
very very similar.
But I think River
so
is
we
like
want to bring Isaac back into the options.
Martinez?
Isaac,
yeah.
Isaac Martinez.
I mean,
So we
yeah.
want to like put him
if
in
he was here.
because like I think he's also like another like option in
Mhm.
it, but not a definite winner.
I mean, they're
because
all
he's,
swole.
he's so much shorter.
They're all
but,
big,
like
yeah.
Isaac Martinez was like big.
Mm.
Like
He's even bigger now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know,
he's
he got
huge.
like even bigger.
Yeah.
Been
but
pumping.
he's still shorter by a good amount.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I think
I
River
think
for
River
sure, just because
wins.
River has. You don't know this
Like,
probably,
I
but
think
River has
River-
fighting experience all the time.
I don't know.
Him and his friends fight, and his friends are all like 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah.
Okay,
Like,
so yeah.
so he would
Probably
probably
River.
kill any of
I
us.
They're
put
all
on
like
River.
hill giants.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hill
no,
Giants.
They're all big because they move hay bales and stuff. They grew up in a farm.
Dude, I
Yeah.
move hay bales. Look at me.
Yeah. Just kidding. So hold on, let me see. That was the last of that question, I think.
Yeah.
Okay,
Can
so
we get
kind of
any other
side
team?
question that comes off of it though. This is something that like
Who would win
weirdly I've
overall?
talked to people about. Okay, that's a good. Okay. Let's
Finish
go,
what you
let's
were
do that
saying.
first. No, let's
Oh,
do that
yeah,
first.
Okay.
'cause
Who,
Overall?
who do you think
Come
would win overall?
Maverick.
Number one. Maverick.
Maverick
yeah.
would
Maverick.
win.
Maverick's just he's crazy, dude.
Hi,
Maverick
Cooper.
number one.
Who's that? Zeus. Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
Zeus.
Maverick number one unless we put Turbo in.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I still
I'd
think
put
Maverick
Turbo.
wins.
Maverick's just like
Maverick's
fought,
scary, bro.
Like Maverick's a scary dude.
I'm glad
I
I'm
think so,
Maverick's
too.
friend.
But
Hey,
like,
Detrada, thanks for the
Detrada.
follow.
Trotta.
Thank you for the follow, man.
Turbo didn't count because he's not. Like,
He's
on
not
the
starting team. He's not on a starting
Yeah,
team.
but like if he was in it, I feel like he could
Him
like,
and
for
Maverick
long
would
enough
fight.
either like stiff arm Maverick and then just like knock
'Cause
him
he's-
out.
he's
type
long.
of thing.
He's long.
Because like he is tall and huge.
That
Or he
could
could
go
just, like,
50-50.
Arm to the neck and like I'm just
Maverick-
imagining him
Maverick's
just like
broke a
over
guy's
the top
ribs.
of it.
Thanks for the follow, Cooper.
Yeah, but like G Turbo probably could.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it'd be 50-50.
It'd be
Thing is-
50-50.
No, the thing is,
I
if
think
Maverick
we'd
and
get
G
it.
Turbo are fighting, if they stay at a standing game, G Turbo's gonna win.
Yeah,
if Maverick
grabs
gets
him,
close
it's a
to him
game.
and grabs
It is
him,
a
he's
game,
dead.
dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know about that though.
No,
Maverick's
Maverick is strong.
crazy,
Like
bro.
Maverick's strong.
I'm sure he's pretty strong.
Like,
but,
no, it's insane.
I'm glad Maverick's my friend.
Yes.
Like,
Have you ever been pushed by Maverick?
I've never been
Maverick's
pushed, but I
pushed
don't
me with
wanna
like
be
light
pushed by
force, and
Maverick.
it's like thrown me across the room.
Maverick's hit me
Yeah.
and it hurts.
Have you ever been like seriously pushed by G Turbo?
No.
Yeah,
Because
well,
I think that he like
no,
really knows how to control
a
his
couple
strength
times.
too. If
No,
he's
when
gonna,
he's
like, be
when he's
jumping.
been in when he's like he was my neighbor at last year in dorm.
Yeah.
So when he would come over and stuff, he always would mess with me and the other football player, and he would like he's never like full force tried to hurt me, but he's like pushed me really hard and stuff, and he's pretty strong too, obviously, because he's a football player.
Yeah.
Cooper
But-
said he's jacked.
Who?
Cooper.
Cooper said Cooper's jacked or Garrett's
Yeah.
jacked?
No, Cooper. He said, wait, I'm jacked.
Garrett bare knuckle
No.
boxes. He will beat anyone.
Didn't we give it to Cooper though?
Yeah.
Like on the
The
CS:GO
CS team we
yeah,
gave it to
he's
you.
the
Yeah,
CS:GO
well, because
team.
yeah,
winner.
G Turbo's not.
So like that's
Yeah.
still something.
Hey, you gotta get your
But
victories.
I don't know. I'm still
Out of the
down on-
winners, it was what? Cooper,
River, Cooper,
Yeah, Cooper.
River, Cooper,
Skis, or Griff.
You guys said Griff.
Griff, and then Maverick, K.
Yeah,
Chang.
and then K-Chang.
K-Chang.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I think it'd be
I
Maverick.
still think Maverick.
Maverick.
wins.
I think Maverick could beat K-Chang, but I really do think that G Turbo.
I think
It'd be
I
a
think
close
it'd be
one.
50-50, honestly. Like it really
it would
like,
be really close
yeah.
in my opinion.
Like,
But,
definitely.
I just imagine G Turbo throwing like one knockout punch and being able
Yeah,
to
that's-
keep
that's
it
how
long
it
enough
is, like,
until that
standing.
happens.
and G Turbo's definitely probably more fit anyway. So if
Yeah.
it came to like a long fight, like Maverick wouldn't last. You just get tired and get stomped on or whatever.
Mhm.
True.
But still,
What
it'd
was
be a good
your
fight.
What was your tangent?
Yeah.
Okay, my tangent question is something that like the Overwatch team has like. Someone brought it up weirdly, and I'm just like flashing back to it right now. Of if you were put in a room. Okay, this is like a really weird question, but if you were
Fine,
gonna
go for
have
it.
to fight second graders,
Mhm.
how many could you take?
How many second graders?
How many second
What
graders
size
could
are we
you
saying? Like
Just
I'll tell her
second
second
graders.
graders.
I don't know how big they are. I don't remember.
So they're probably like that big, maybe.
Like 3 foot.
Like 3 foot, 4
I'd say
foot.
like 3 foot. 3 foot.
So like 3
kids.
foot.
So 3 foot.
How many could I
So
fight
like-
before I
that's not-
die, or
before
like
we lose?
like
It's not
before I
bad.
die?
I think it's as
Yeah,
tall as
until
his
you-
desk.
until you
Like to the
lose the
death?
fight.
Oh, I
Yeah.
could fight probably
No,
like 50 or 60.
You're fighting just like once you're like knocked out, you're done.
I could probably fight like 50 or 60. They wouldn't hit
50
me
or
hard
60?
enough to knock me out.
Yeah.
Dude,
You know what I mean?
You'd be done.
They wouldn't hit me hard enough to knock me out. Like I'd be on the ground.
I got
like,
some
think
strong
about it.
legs.
They could
bro.
just like throw themselves onto you,
Yeah.
and you would lose.
But they're like what, 40 pounds?
Yeah. So when you think of 50 or 60 of them,
Yeah,
that's
but you could.
2,000 pounds
I could.
of
Yeah, but it's
people
not
who are
all-
trying to
it's
No,
not-
but like
they
you
can't-
could pick up a 40-pound kid and just swing him around.
Yeah, but
No, I
if there's
wouldn't pick 'em
50 or
up.
60 of them coming at you.
I could say 50 or 60, honestly.
Okay, two different questions then. How many could you take in a row? Like, you're done with one, another one shows up.
Well,
type
I'm
of
not
thing.
very
And
athletic.
how many can you take all at once? Because then they can just kind of like.
Well,
mosh
all
pit
at
you.
once.
All at once, probably like 10.
Yeah. All at once, probably.
But, like-
however many
Yeah.
it takes to cover my entire
So it's
body.
like-
taking,
So it's like a gladiator
taking me
arena.
out. Trying to
So it's like
fucking-
one-on-one gladiator arena, and then
Oh.
like after one, you beat the one comes right
Oh,
in.
if it was like that, that's when you.
Yeah.
I think I
That
can
would
take
be
50.
I'd be for. There'd be a
50
lot.
before- like, how long would it take for you to get tired of like how long you have to throw?
It
a
depends how I
knockout
do
punch
it.
Well, I
without
wrestled for
stopping?
8 years, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not athletic.
So I'm
but-
not still in shape like I was,
Yeah.
but like I still like play basketball and stuff. Like I'm
Hy-
kind of
hypothetically,
Yeah.
allegedly.
hypothetically, it's a 40-pound child. I could put him in a chokehold and recover my stamina.
Wait, are we allowed to talk about this on Twitch?
Saying
Yeah.
hypothetically.
Sweet, yeah.
It's just a
this is
yeah.
all hypothetical.
But, like,
because at no point will we.
I can
ever
just
have 50
grab.
children trying
I
to
can
fight.
grab the kid.
We need to get a different question, dude.
No, I'm going with this.
This is. Imagine if your mom gets on here and she's like, "What are they talking
Yeah,
about?"
so
Like,
I-
this is
that's
getting too
whatever,
far.
but, like,
Kid.
My game plan was
Mm-hmm.
one-on-one. I could just like put them in a chokehold, recover my stamina, and then
No.
just break their neck.
That's not how that works.
Oh my. Okay, so I said until knockout.
Yeah,
You're
wait a
still
minute.
going to try
Oh,
to-
death.
No,
Oh, yeah,
look,
I'll
no.
break the
If
neck.
it's like that, you literally just as they're walking up, you jab them. You can knock that kid out in one hit pretty easily with low effort.
Yeah.
You just literally jab, next one, jab, next one. Like how long could you do that? That'd be the
I
easiest
think
way to
50.
do it. Yeah, probably a while.
A jab's not that much.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. That'd probably be the easiest way to do it. So they definitely have to be like 50.
Yeah.
Mhm.
How many do you think you can take, Isaac? Come on.
Okay, in a row, I'm gonna go with. I'd probably say like 70 before I'm tired.
Okay.
Honestly,
I mean, you're not
'cause
using
I
that
don't
much
think it'd
effort,
take
I
that
feel
much.
Yeah, you're just like,
And they have like no chance of like getting to me because they're not stronger than me, and
Yeah, you
my
just push them back.
arms
Mm.
are so
So
long.
long.
Yeah, you're like, ah!
They literally can't
You're like
get to my
Slender
body
Man to
to
them,
try.
I
dude.
might like get
But,
a
like,
kick to the shin.
If you sent like a group of them at me and like they knew what was coming, like someone like coached them ahead of time and told them like, guys, just grab him and like force him to the ground. I'd say I could. I'm gonna say 10.
Okay.
yeah, I don't.
I was
like
thinking
11
10.
or 12 is getting sketchy.
Like if it was
Yeah.
like
Like,
gaggle
there's
of
too
them,
many. A gaggle.
Gaggle? What is the gaggle?
that's a word.
It's how
What
you count
is it
geese.
though? What's
I don't.
Like a gaggle of geese.
Yeah.
It's that term. Like a flock of. It's not a flock of
Mm.
geese. It's a
like
gaggle.
a herd?
I've heard my mom say it. That's why I
Yeah.
said it.
Okay, I think we're ready to move on to the
Yeah,
next
yeah.
question.
Next question.
Enough about beating up 12-year-olds or 8-year-olds.
I feel like I could think.
All right, Drew asked this question. It's a deep question.
Mhm.
If you could solve one world issue, what do you think is the number one priority? What do you think is the most important to solve? And
Hunger.
he said world hunger, peace, climate change, blah blah.
Hunger, 100%. Because I
I
think
think
a lot
hunger.
of stuff.
Look at these dudes.
Get the hell outta
They're
here.
Get
in
outta
the
here.
background of it too. Yeah, I would say hunger because like I think that hunger is the root of a lot of problems because when you look at like any
Like crime,
Yeah.
because
yeah,
like hunger
crime
kind
is
of comes
happening
with that.
because of like poverty. Poverty is happening because I mean it's not happening just because of poverty. Like you
yeah,
see
yeah, but like
people do it out of boredom. Like there was a weird study with rats where they like gave it was either rats or mice, but they like gave them all the food that they could ever want and not that much to do, and then they just like resorted to like cannibalism even though they had all the food they wanted,
Really?
just because they got bored.
Huh.
And it was like a weird like
I
test
feel like
about
this is boring.
Dude.
would utopia work.
Isaac's here, Aqua.
Oh my boy.
What's up, man? But yeah, so
That's
back to world
crazy,
hunger.
actually.
Yeah, a lot of problems do come from hunger, in my opinion. Where
Not
you look
being
at like
able to
any like
afford
third world
food.
country, that is power. Like hunger is weaponized in so many countries.
it's
where
used as like currency almost.
you are going to be the person who is on top because you own the land and you have the food. And then like above that, there's like warlords who like starve people to death or starve people so that they have to like do what they want, and that
Have to
causes
work for
so
them
much
or whatever.
conflict in the world. And if we just fixed hunger, then that does so much. It also
Yeah.
it comes down to education as well, where you cannot get an education if you do not have food.
That is true.
And you are doing everything every day, like every moment, is to try to get food. If you have that food, that's no longer an issue. Now your like 3-year-old kid can get an education instead of having 3-year-olds have to
Working
work on the
and-
farm,
yeah.
otherwise your family will all starve.
Huh.
So hunger is a big thing for me. Also, it's something that, in my opinion, hunger is the most killing disease on earth, and we know the like
So
we basically have the vaccine to the disease
Yeah.
that like kills the most people, the most children.
Mm-hmm.
It's a ridiculous number of children who die. Like
Yeah, with just
it's like multiple per second that are
Damn.
dying from hunger, really like directly hunger related causes. And it's something that like we could actually fix because we know you just
yeah.
get
I mean,
people food.
I know I did a study in one of my classes where we started with hunger and then we looked at like money and the way money is distributed, and it was showing like a graph basically and say like this was like the lowest class, and then went all the way up and it was like right here, and then they showed the class that's like the top 2%, and it was like triple
Yeah.
times the closest class and like probably 1,000,000 times the lowest class, and it's just ridiculous. I was like, oh my gosh, like the distribution, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
wealth
that's
distribution
insane.
is crazy.
But
It doesn't work. Like you can't just give people food and
Yeah.
expect them to actually like we
No.
send aid to people in like different countries, and it doesn't get to them because whoever has that power, they don't want everyone to have food.
hmm
They are incentivized to make sure everyone else doesn't get food.
yeah, it doesn't
get
benefit
education.
them to help
Yeah,
anybody else. Right?
It hurts them. So like they want to help keep other people down. So if we send
keep
aid
them
to
in the
someplace,
streets.
they will take that aid
Mhm.
and then they'll distribute it in limited amounts based off of people's work, or they'll just like sometimes they burn it.
Really?
Like they'll just like burn aid so that it's still a scarce resource.
Damn.
And like that makes it really hard. But there are a lot of great charities. I like heifer.org where you can donate.
Shout out.
Yeah,
Shout
shout
out.
out to heifer.org. Seriously, great charity.
What's
where
the
you
one
can give
donation?
food.
There's a big scandal with one of the like major donation places. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I
This was
don't.
like in the last 2 years. It was I think it had to do. I don't remember what company it was, but it was one of those things where it was like starving African children you can help for blah blah blah. They found out it was like fraudulent. They were pocketing the money and shit.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
That's like one of the worst things you could do.
Aqua's
Hey,
linked
Aqua
for the
Fallen,
follow.
good looks, brother. I don't know.
Heifer.org
do you
has
agree
been like
with it?
checked out though.
Because
I mean,
after
I
Isaac
agree with
explains
it.
it, I'm like, I don't
But,
know what else.
I mean, yeah, I was thinking world peace maybe, but like I don't know.
That could
Yeah.
work too
Because
though.
world peace would work because then everybody would get along and you could like trade.
They would help
like,
each other.
equally, and everybody would help each other.
But that might. That's what I'm saying.
I
Like
guess
half
World
of these,
Peace might be a better one.
because like if you have world peace, then they're willing to help because that would get rid of the tyrants.
Yes.
Yeah.
They would want to help. But
So it might be better because then it
Big
like
brain
enables.
plays. Go from the top to the
Yeah.
bottom. Don't start from the bottom to the top.
started from the bottom.
Yeah.
Now we're here.
Yeah.
bro. Come
I
on.
guess mine is like, I'm looking for something that's actually like just
viable.
That's
like
actually
there's a plan to.
that's
get it.
actually
yeah, you
capable.
definitely could.
You
do
could-
it.
World
Yeah, we
peace
could
is
do that.
probably not
World
capable
peace will
ever.
never happen.
Yeah.
Like that's just how humans are.
Yeah.
People disagree. That's what happens when you have this thing called an opinion.
Mhm.
Hate it. So yeah, I guess
All right.
Gabe asked us a question.
What do you say?
He said, "Where do you see the growth of esports or your specific esport in the coming future?" I like that. So, what about you? What do you think Overwatch, collegiate and like national is gonna like? How do you think it's gonna be in the next few years?
Yeah, well, it's huge right now. Overwatch is like the probably biggest developer supported like esports league.
Besides League of Legends, League of Legends is developer supported too.
I don't even know that I'd call
Yeah,
it that
it
because
is.
like it's big tournament. But I'm saying like
What? No, League has like a
Overwatch-
college scene that like that the. They like pay for tournaments for the college scene. They pay for so it's like they're like the same. They're like
yeah,
the
but
same
like there
thing.
are salaries for the people who are
Yeah,
on
like in the
Overwatch
leagues.
teams, and those were developed by
Mhm.
Overwatch.
Like
League.
Blizzard, right?
Like Blizzard owns Overwatch League. They charge really, really rich people to own an Overwatch League team and guarantee minimum salaries for people.
That's what League does now.
That's
They
nice.
do minimum salaries.
They franchise, yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah,
That's-
I didn't
that's
know that.
crazy.
So maybe League could be the biggest one
So it's-
for
it's-
Overwatch.
It's like
it's
yeah.
massive.
I feel like League just does it better because they have the semi-professional scene and they have the
Yeah,
colleges.
they've already had it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like League's been around for what?
Look,
17, 14?
not 14. I've been playing for 8 years. That was season 2. So
like
like
10,
11, 10.
11. So yeah, it's
They
been
just
around
they just
forever.
celebrated their 10-year anniversary.
Overwatch only been out
Yeah.
for what, 2 years now? Almost 2 years?
Overwatch has been out for like 5 or something like that. Overwatch League has only been out for like. this
Overwatch
is
came
their
out in like
second.
2015, 2016.
Dude, I remember buying that game. I
Yeah.
did not. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, no
It's
wait
been like
time.
5
But yeah,
years.
League has like academy rosters. They get paid salary.
Yeah.
And, like
Yeah.
then they have a collegiate
They have
scene.
they have it.
They
It's
have,
like a
like-
sports.
They
thing.
have a thing called it's like the combine for NFL. It's called
Yeah.
Proving Grounds, and they like bring in like prospects and like
I
stuff.
know it's
It's pretty
phenomenal.
big, yeah.
Yeah.
And Overwatch, they're really getting
Overwatch
on track.
does it
They're
well.
building
They're
the
getting
stadium.
they're getting on track.
And like the way that they're franchising is they're franchising by city.
City now.
And I think that is a great. I don't know. Does League do that?
Call of Duty's doing it. League doesn't do it.
Okay.
Yeah, they're doing
I
it
think
this
that
year,
is the
aren't they?
big separator where now
What,
you have
Call of
people,
Duty?
Yeah, Call of Duty just franchised
This year.
the new COD.
Yeah, I think everyone saw like what Overwatch is doing. They're like,
Yeah.
that's a genius idea because now
Mhm.
people who don't care that much about esports
I
are
mean-
like, this is my city's
No,
team.
'cause, like-
2K's like they're not nearly as good as anybody else's because
Yeah.
they're terrible, but they're trying to do the same thing.
yeah,
And that's what I almost got recruited for.
I think League was gonna do it. They were planning on doing it, whatever. But like before franchising, it was so bad, like
Yeah.
the system, because like you'd have like the 10 teams in the league, and the bottom 2 would just get kicked out.
yeah.
So you'd spend all this money and like time to like make a roster, and if you did bad,
Mhm.
you'd just get kicked
you're
out of the
dumped.
league, and you'd have to play to get back in. And if
Yeah.
you didn't get back in, you're just screwed.
Mhm.
You just waste your money.
Yeah.
You're not making any money.
Then you got to go to like smaller tournaments, and that was
Yeah.
like all that there was. But yeah, I think that Overwatch is doing really well right now, and I think that's going to continue because they made their like stadium so that they can have like actual in-person viewership, and I think that guaranteeing like slots and in-person viewership is going to keep it alive
Yeah.
because it's going to be wherever the money is. That's where the support's going to go to, and if they are finding these ways to make sure that they're like on big
Their
TV
fans
things,
are-
or having like agreements with like Twitch and like massive sponsorships with things like Coke, where
Oh,
like
yeah.
I'm seeing ads on Snapchat for Coca-Cola
Overwatch, yeah, that's crazy.
like
Really?
bottles.
That'd be sweet
And
too.
like
I know T-Mobile like sponsored them too.
yeah,
That was,
T-Mobile,
a
like
big thing.
everyone is like trying to hop on this Overwatch hype train, and because that money's there, I think that they're going to be able to support the growth and make it this thing that like once the stadiums are there, people are going to keep showing up as long as the game is
Yeah.
still viable.
Yeah. As long as they keep
I know Riot.
fixing, like
Riot's sponsored by like Dell.
Mhm.
I forget. There was like a bunch. They were sponsored by Coke at one point, but
Yeah.
then they dropped it.
so with that question too comes like, what do you think? Do you think esports, like, what do you think is going to happen in your life specifically? Because I guess that's like a,
In my life,
do you think
that's kind of hard.
Because I know that you're you have a good idea of what you want to do and stuff, and
Yeah.
like how you want to do it. But like, are you still going to be interested? Like, say you own a business, are you going to be invested in esports? Are you going to get investments? Are you going to do anything like that? You know what I mean? Do you have any idea about?
I'm weird about any investment. If I was going to be a business owner, I'd have to own a big company to want to invest in other companies. And in terms of ads, I would not mind doing ads for esports stuff if my business I'd end up doing would be related to esports. Then that would be cool for me. But would I just like put money into like, would I buy a team? Would I invest in esports? I'd rather invest the money in my company because that's something I can control. Investments, when you make an investment, I'm not, first off, not a financial advisor. I think you're supposed to say that every time you say anything related to money.
We said we were going to say that on stream too. That's funny.
Yeah. But if you are making an investment, you look at the risk and you look at the reward. The higher the reward, the higher the risk is supposed to be. But if you find something with high reward, low risk, that's where you should invest your money in, and then you just kind of weigh those things. I know that I'm going to do a good job because it's me, and I know myself the best.
Exactly.
So in my opinion, I am low risk and high reward because I'm getting a higher cut because it's my thing.
Yeah.
So artificially high reward because I'm getting like the full cut because it's my company. Artificially low risk because it's me knowing myself and my own plans and all of that type of stuff. So there is going to be no better investment than yourself. That's also why I think I'm in college. That same mindset.
Yeah, that's true. Because I mean, if you think about it, like if you have money to invest in something, like you'd rather spend it on something that's going to help you, like what you're controlling, grow. So
Yes,
that makes sense. So Kevin, do you want to? Okay, here's a better question. Which team do we want to ask you for? Because we talked about League a little bit, so let's not do League. Would you rather talk about Smash or CS:GO? I wouldn't talk about
Smash,
CS:GO.
yeah.
I was about to say CS:GO's not really doing anything. But where do you think esports is going to go
With
as
Smash?
Ultimate specifically? Because like it obviously we know what's at Melee.
Ultimate? I don't know, dude. Like,
Do you think it's popular enough to be?
I don't think Smash is gonna be ever popular enough to be like franchised or anything.
You don't think so?
No,
You don't think like, well,
because like it's even hard now for like people to get sponsors and like
Yeah.
go to tournaments and
B
stuff.
teams and stuff.
Like there's top like 10 people that still don't have sponsors.
hmm Yeah, there's like I know like the top fit. Like isn't
Yeah.
Elegant? He doesn't even have like a team or anything.
No,
does he?
not at
Yeah,
all.
and he's like
He's
a phenomenal
really good.
player.
I mean, like there's so many good people in Smash. Like it's hard for like
hmm
to sponsor everybody, but like
yeah.
even like in the past for Smash 4, there was people that were sponsored and they were shitty sponsors and
They were
they
getting
like
no
they just
money
get
or
dropped
nothing.
and like it was bad. So like I don't know, Smash is a weird game like because there's
For
no
sure.
balancing and there's like no online like figure to play to it
mhm.
because like the netcode's terrible.
It's awful.
Yeah.
But like
Isaac should design the netcode for that
yeah,
game.
like literally anybody could do it better. But
Honestly,
I don't think it'll ever be like. I mean, it's big, but like it won't
Yeah.
be like.
it's never gonna be like a League of Legends.
Like
or
even
Dota or
like
Overwatch.
Melee is 21 years old and they have a better online than Ultimate.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
terrible.
So like
It's sad.
it's sad, but like that's the truth. So like I
Okay.
don't know.
Well, what do you
Yeah.
think? So when you're a big boy adult, what are you gonna do? Like, is esports gonna be in your future? Do you think at least?
I would
Obviously,
hope.
you can't.
I want to be like a manager for a team or
your
something,
manager.
That'd be awesome.
or like anything to do with it. Like
Yeah.
I would like get them their food. Like I don't care.
Yeah, literally
I'd be
anything.
I'd be their house mom. Like I don't freaking care. But like it'd just be cool to be around because I don't know. That's what I like. Kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, video games are cool.
Yeah.
And then all the people we meet, like, we all have the common interests, so that's
Yeah,
already
exactly.
easy for us.
Yeah, a manager, maybe own like a team one day. Because like you don't have to put all your own money into it. Because like
Yeah.
you get partners and stuff.
hmm
Like 100 Thieves got partnered with the Cavs and like
Yeah.
a bunch of stuff. Like it's just Liquid's partnered with the Lakers. I think. 61 views, the boys. Hey.
Man, the boys.
The boys, the broke boys, bro.
Yeah, the Broke Boys. The Boys is a show on Amazon.
Yeah,
Prime.
I heard it was pretty good, actually.
I loved it.
Really?
There's a movie
Yeah.
called
I haven't
The Boys,
watched
I think,
it.
too.
I don't care.
No, I think you're thinking of
the
Four Brothers,
Amazon
dude.
one is so good.
No,
Like,
no,
it's-
no, there's actually a movie called
If
I
it
heard
was
it's
on
actually
TV,
really
it would
good.
probably be my favorite TV show. But like just calling it like my favorite show, that's kind of reasonable.
Okay.
Really.
But I just watched it
What's
in
it
like one
about?
day, so it's hard for me.
It's like anti-heroes.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
it's
Yeah, you've seen the
superheroes,
trailer for
actually.
sure. Yeah, I've seen the
It's
trailer.
superheroes just being bad people.
That's called
Which is
anti-hero,
amazing.
Isaac.
No, but that's anti-hero is like
Is a superhero
It's like
who doesn't do it
basically
by the
like
books.
Yeah.
super villains.
No. Anti-hero is a superhero who doesn't do it by
Because
the books.
I think anti-hero is like
It's like
Brightburn.
Deadpool.
No,
No.
that's a villain.
Or like anti-hero,
Anti-hero. So listen, anti-hero.
like Harley Quinn, where like
No.
they're gonna be making a movie about
Anti-hero is
her.
like the Punisher. Like he's not obviously
Yeah.
doing the right thing all the time, but
Yes.
he's trying to
so
do
he
good.
is like someone who thinks that he's a hero, but like he's doing bad things.
I don't think he
in
thinks
in
he's
the
a
boys,
hero.
they kill people.
Yeah, but
So
they
that's
don't
an
think they're-
anti-hero.
They don't think they're doing good things.
Get out of here.
They think that they're
Get
bad
outta
people.
here.
Like they know that they're doing wrong things. It's just them being like, we have superpowers.
What about Deadpool? What about Deadpool?
Stop us.
Deadpool's an
Try
anti-hero.
it.
What about Deadpool?
Deadpool? No, like, I think that he does like good things. He just kind of does it in a way that he doesn't really care about people too much.
Yeah, he
That's
kills people.
anti-hero.
That's not.
Heroes don't kill people.
You guys haven't seen this show because
Oh
like
my.
this is like kind of breaking down like actually what behavior I think would be like, where they're like, I have superpowers, so I'm gonna be rich and I'm gonna be famous because of them. And then because I'm rich and famous and I have superpowers, no one can stop me from doing anything I want to do. I want to keep my public figure good so that people still love me because I have everything else in the world, so that's important to
Yeah.
them. But I'm also going to be a horrible person
So
because
they're
I
villains.
can be. Basically.
Okay, so tangent.
What? So
if
they're
you were a
villains.
superhero,
Yeah.
what would your power be, and what would you do with it?
If I had a superpower...
Yeah. What do you think you would be? Like, what-
Okay, are we saying like it's a world where people have superpowers, or is it just like
No, just you.
me?
Just you.
All of a sudden out of
Just
nowhere.
you. Just
Well,
you.
all three of us will have superpowers.
All three of us have superpowers.
Yeah,
I
'cause
would
I'm gonna
want
ask
to
everybody.
be able to... Man, I'd want to like... I feel like I'm kind of trying to grab two when I say this, but I want to be able to see like anything from like any perspective. So like I could see like from this perspective while also like looking from this perspective type of thing. Just like in my head, I could like kind of like project myself to like anywhere in the world, anywhere in the universe, and be able to see from that perspective.
Okay.
But I also want to be able to read people's minds with that, where it's like I could like tap into knowledge of like anything in the
Like
universe.
literally,
in
like
that way.
figuratively see their perspective.
Yes. So
Like,
like I could
actually see their
understand what
perspective.
they're thinking, like see from their perspective, but
okay.
also see any perspective,
Would you be able to turn
even
it
one that
off?
doesn't exist. I could turn it off, yeah.
Okay.
And I could select what I want from whenever I want.
Okay.
So you want to control
Also, I'd
everything,
have to be able to like.
Oh my gosh,
Okay.
he's
I don't
he's
want
a
to.
control
dictator.
freak.
I don't
He's a
control
dictator.
any of it. I'm just saying, put me in this world, make me a magician.
What would you do with that power, though?
I would pretend
You'd
that I
see
don't have a superpower and I was just a really good magician.
Really?
That'd
yeah,
be funny.
That's
because like
it.
you could be like, pick a card. I'm literally blindfolded in another room. You picked this card. Whoa, that's insane. Like write down anything you want. It can be any word. It doesn't even have to be a word. I will describe it, or like I could draw it exactly how they drew it because I see it from their perspective as they do it.
That's smart.
And that would look like the coolest thing ever on America's Got Talent.
You're like, what's up, dude?
Like no one would know. They'd be like, dude,
Oh,
this
so it's
guy's-
for wealth, dude. America's
No,
Got
it's not for the
Talent,
money. It's
really?
for the excitement. The
That
fun.
is true, yeah. What would you do?
Dude, I'm simple. I just fly, bro.
You just fly?
Or teleport. I just teleport
Ah.
because I don't care about anything
Nightcrawler?
else. I just would hate. I hate
You ever
half
seen the
of
movie
these-
Jumper?
Yes.
Did you like it?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You ever seen Looper?
Looper's good.
Yeah. But anyways, what's your power?
My power? I don't know.
To play Fortnite.
I think I want to be Spider-Man.
You want to be
Just-
Spider-Man?
I like Spider-Man.
Which Spider-Man? Like you generate.
Which one, the
webs,
black Spider-Man,
you,
or-
like have to have like a thing?
Nah,
that
I would
shoots
want to
webs?
generate. I wouldn't have to like electrical.
Where would
thing.
it? Where does it come out of on Spider-Man?
It's
Does he
wrist.
have like?
It's
a,
like right here.
Yeah, but does he have like a
A hole?
hole?
I
No, I think it just
know.
opens.
I think
like-
it just yeah.
And then it's never really like
What does
shown
it
it.
open though?
It's never
Like,
shown it. His skin, it just I don't know.
You know what, dude? Don't ask questions.
I'm
Ask
just
Spider-Man.
saying that
Ask
would
Stan
look
Lee.
creepy.
What would I do with that money, or the power?
Wait a minute.
I'd be stealing. I'd be getting money.
What would you do with that money?
Why do you need money? You can do anything. You
Exactly.
never die. Why do you need money?
Why not?
You don't. Money's just a step to get you to somewhere.
Mhm.
And if you can get to the place without getting the money, why would you need the money?
I don't think I'd fight crime.
Think about it.
though.
You know, I mean, I guess that's what Isaac's for. He can see the crime
Yeah.
as it's happening. And
Oh, we could be a duo. Be like, Isaac, where's it at? And he'd be like, go.
And then I'll
down.
tell-
He could be
Teleport
a
there?
trio. He could literally teleport there.
Oh, you could teleport.
I could
us.
just like be like show me like
It's in
anyone
Egypt.
in the world who's about to do anything like really, really bad, so we can like because there's gonna be a lot of bad stuff.
We just all
so it's like, and then also we just like all show up.
we all hop
He's
into
like,
like
what the-
Vladimir Putin's like place. We're like, what's up?
Whoa. We don't put any
Oh,
perspective.
my sorry. Yeah.
Hey, I never answered my question.
Oh yeah.
Our
dude.
entire Russian
Sorry.
audience just disconnected.
Don't-
Yeah, dude, are you kidding?
They're like, are you kidding me, dude?
Yeah.
We love Fortnite. That was,
Okay,
that
what
was
is
the answer.
your
Love Fortnite?
esports thing?
Great, wonderful game.
What would you do with it?
Oh, wait, do you? I think Fortnite's gonna grow a lot, obviously. Well, I
If they
think,
don't destroy the game.
yeah, I don't know. I think Fortnite's gonna be popular solely to the fact that they put more money into all their contests. Like they literally put in what $100 million last year,
Yeah.
and what was that? The first year? Last year was the first year. This
Mhm.
year being the second. So they
Fortnite
put
too.
$100 million into it the first year. So they're probably going to put more money into it, and that's why people keep playing. I don't really think, like, a lot of people play for fun, obviously, but at some point it's gonna like die casually
Yeah.
and then be competitive. And
That's-
then
yeah. I was gonna say Overwatch did good with the roll
Mhm.
queue. They like
Mhm.
fixed their game that way.
yeah, and in the future, I'm a graphic design major, so I want to do like stuff related to esports, like logo design, like anything like that. So that's probably what will
I can
happen.
design my team's logo.
Yeah. Coach was talking about giving me an internship at CSL. And I was like, I really don't want that. CSL's terrible. Like, I would, but CSL is so bad.
Ah,
But, I mean, I'd probably end up doing something. Hopefully, I could get an internship at a AVGL rather than CSL. That'd be because they actually run their stuff pretty well.
Mhm.
But, yeah, that's about it, I think, for that. I don't really...
I just read Detrada's thing. It says, I fight bears for fun.
I don't think I have any more questions from
Daniel.
the fans. If anybody in the chat has questions, you guys...
Yeah,
oh, wait,
ask
I
some
have...
questions.
I have actually another
Wait, my
one.
mom texted me back. I told her to ask a question.
We'll see what she has. Did she not? She didn't ask a question,
No,
did she?
she yelled at me.
All right. Isaac, who's your real life hero and why?
my real life hero.
Mm-hmm. If you had to choose.
Oh, I don't think about that very often, so that's a good one because like I don't have someone just like already in my head.
I already.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna say something. I thought you were gonna say like
Coach Josh.
Elon Musk or something.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk
Not
is
Elon
pretty cool.
Musk.
I like
He's a
Elon
cool
Musk.
dude, but like
Well, yeah, obviously not like my hero.
yeah.
It doesn't, I mean, it could be somebody famous. It could be somebody you know. Like usually, it's somebody you know, probably, because they've
I
influenced
just
you.
think there are such cool people out there who do a lot of good things for people.
Well,
Maybe Bill Gates.
Really?
Yeah.
And why do you say that?
Because he just kind of like popped up out of nowhere, like using his like intelligence to get like a job with his university, turned that into Microsoft, made like the most money in the world,
Yeah.
and then
So it's
I mean
inspiring.
this might be because he's like in a position where he can give away like a ton of his money, but he started like that Bill Gates fund,
Mhm.
and then also he does a thing where he gives I think it's half of his money is given
Yeah,
to charity
yeah.
just automatically, and like he made that a thing that like it's like a challenge. Like we all have our challenges where people are like, oh, we're gonna put cinnamon in our mouths and try to swallow it, and he's like, okay, other like trillionaires, like just insane people with insane amounts of money, and they're like, okay, give half it to charity immediately. That's the challenge that he started, and that's an amazing one.
Yeah, that's pretty.
So-
that is cool.
That's
Starting that type of movement in like such a greedy world, I love that.
You know he's the richest now again.
He's the richest again.
Yeah, he passed Jeff Bezos again.
Oh yeah, because didn't Bezos have like a bunch of bad money stuff happen to him?
Yeah, they had like a lot of, I forget, controversy stuff,
Mhm.
and he got a divorce, so he like lost half of his
Yeah.
money.
So would you say? Sorry, somebody was asking a question. So would you say the most like why you say he's your hero is because
He's
like
charitable.
out of respect or because out of like inspiration, like you get inspired by him or a little bit of both?
Both. I'm really
Little bit of both.
respectful of like what he did, but that's like super inspiring to be able to
Mhm.
look at it and just say like you could do something that makes you like that much money
Yeah.
based off of like what you have
And
in
like
you, and
like
then
if you
can
make that
be a
money, you
good
can help
person
other
with it.
people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like I want to give away a lot of my money if I ever make money. Like
Yeah.
I don't want to be like a rich person who lives in a mansion. If I made like
Yeah, like Scrooge.
millions of dollars, hopefully I'd still be in this mindset where I could say like I would not want to live in like a mansion.
Would you live in like a condo? Like that's what I've always thought. I'd just live in like a
Mhm.
condo.
I'd
You know-
probably just try to live in like a fairly nice house, just kind of like near a big city, commute in, have like a car that I like to drive.
Mm. Like a Ford Focus.
No, I'd say like probably like a Camaro, where it's like
Yeah.
$30,000,
okay.
but like it looks nice.
It's
You're
a
like,
nice car, but it's
yeah.
not like a
Yeah.
Bugatti or nothing.
Yeah.
Or
None of those
Beamer.
Bugattis.
Who's your hero?
I kind of have two. I have one main one, which is my stepdad, because my stepdad like came into my life when I was a kid, and he like took responsibility over like my whole family. Like my mom already had my sister and me, and like he's quit whatever he was doing, like his dreams and stuff, to raise us, and that's like really really respectable. And even now, like I fight with my stepdad, I fight with my mom, like, but he's helped me so much. Like he's helped me push me to do this stuff too. Like I told him about it, and at first like I felt like he wasn't excited, but he's not an emotional type, so you know obviously he's just like, oh cool, whatever. But then when we talked about it more, he's like, you know, you got to make sure you keep up with this and do this.
Yeah.
And like that's part of the reason like why I do school, like why I try in school so hard, and because he's instilled like so much in me. I keep saying like, holy shiesta, I said it like 7 times, like
And
but no.
subscribe.
And subscribe.
Cry.
But no,
Those
I
YouTube
love
viewers.
him. I love that dude. That's like, I love that dude more than like, I can't say anything without saying it. Like, but no, he's cool. And the other one would probably be Boogie 2988. Because have you watched him?
Yeah.
I love Boogie because he's like very inspirational in the fact that like he receives hate and stuff like that. And he lost a lot of weight and stuff like that, and it's very inspirational for me because it's like, love that guy. Okay,
It's such a
He's
serious
awesome.
topic that you're talking about.
He's awesome. I love
Just
that
say
guy.
like him.
I love that guy. Like. Anyways, Kevin, who's your inspiration? Better be Merle.
Inspiration.
Who do you like?
Better be Merle. Who's your hero? Real life.
I don't really have one.
You don't have a hero. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Kevin.
I
Just
don't
don't
think
answer
so.
the question, dude.
I don't think I have a hero.
Is
like-
there anyone who you want to be like?
What do you mean, Mango?
Oh yeah.
It's easy.
I want to be like Mango.
Can we get a
Mango.
like counter?
Cloud9.
Can we get a like
He
counter?
plays Smash.
Did you hear what I
Billy.
just said?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like, can we get a like?
He
Yeah.
plays Smash for Cloud9. His name's Joseph Mango. Well, it's Joseph
Yeah.
Marquez.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but like, I would love to be like Mango. He just plays
Streams,
video
chills.
games and streams, and like, he has a family and he's cool, and like,
See, it's hard.
yeah, I
isn't it?
know. He just like he's just relaxed all the time, and he like drinks all the time, and like,
Wait, that's a good thing?
yeah, that is a good thing. I'd do it.
Okay,
But,
another
yeah.
stem to that question was, who's the best fictitious character? Like, who's your favorite? Or
Fictitious
like,
character.
you know what I mean? Who do you respect the most? A hero, like basically.
Respect the most.
Basically, I guess.
Huh.
It's the same question, just with a fake person.
A fake person.
You don't know?
Oh my god, this is hard. I play so many games.
Mhm.
Honey Pop.
Yeah.
I hate you.
Now, game or movie?
Doesn't matter. Fictitious character could be either.
Game, movie, book.
Book?
If you've ever read.
Magazine.
I read some.
Mhm.
All right, Isaac, don't
Yeah.
frown upon me.
I read 2.
I respect the most. Probably like. Shit. I was gonna say Django, but like
Django Unchained.
Yeah.
Django. That's pretty cool.
because like he just like
It's true love, bro.
yeah, he like did anything for his wife. He, like
Traveled there.
traveled the earth, like killed people for money.
Mm-hmm.
Anti-hero.
I'd do that.
Isaac.
I'm gonna go with. The sad thing is,
Kevin,
I
no.
don't remember his name. It might be a guy
From
named
what?
Ben. He's from a book called. It's a book trilogy called Rot and Ruin, and it's like post-apocalyptic zombie
Mhm.
apocalypse thing. He's just like this really really cool and nice dude who made like this crazy point about zombies. That
Is he a character in the book?
he's
or
a
is it-
character in the
okay.
book. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, people are just like doing bad things to zombies in this book because like they can.
Mhm.
So like they'll like tie one to a tree and then just like shoot rocks at it with a slingshot, or just like literally just like
Yeah,
take
just
its teeth out and
torture
then just
a
like beat it
zombie.
up and like
I don't
torture
know
it.
if
Yeah,
that's a
they'll like
thing,
torture
but-
them. Yeah, and it's just like yes or no, maybe it can feel pain, maybe it can't, but he made the point that if he went to someone's grandma's funeral and then just like opened up the casket and peed in it, like how horrible is that?
Yeah. Huh.
And it just like, I don't know. I was like
When you
12 when I
read
hit this.
You read that when you were 12?
I read it when I was like 12. I read a lot when I was younger because
That's
I
fair.
didn't
I think
realize that there were
everybody
better
does.
options.
Yeah.
It's not because it's like, oh, I had more free time. It's just I didn't realize that there were better things I
Yeah,
could do with my
better
time
media.
than reading. A lot of people are probably going to hate me for saying that reading is like not a good use of your time.
Reading's fun.
It's good.
Yeah, that's
and
not
it's
what he's
just
saying.
fun.
He's just saying.
I
Yeah,
don't
it
like
makes
reading
sense.
if it's not interesting. So if I
Yeah.
pick up a book and it's bad, I'll read
Yeah.
like the first
I love those books though. Rotten
40
Ruin.
pages. Like it's
Rotten
just
Ruin.
terrible.
That's what it's called.
Rotten
Like
Ruin, that's the
I've
book.
read a lot. Like I've read all the Twilights and Harry Potters.
Twilight.
I like Twilight.
I just have mad respect for that dude. To just like in a world where like it was destroyed by zombies, just take a moment and say,
Have
hey,
humanity.
if like
still,
that
yeah.
was your parent who is
Yeah.
now like a zombie, or like that's your kid or something,
Yeah.
how horrible are you being? And that just kind of is gonna like take a step back and think about your actions mindset.
Yeah.
Is something that can be applied to anything, not just fictional zombies.
That's interesting.
That's nice. You
That's
should-
very odd, but that is interesting.
Yeah.
to say the least.
How about you, Mike?
fictional.
Probably. I don't know. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, which means that I'm indifferent about it. I think, but probably like what an anti-hero of some sort. It'd probably have to be like, because I consider myself, you know what I mean. Like I try to do good things, but I can't always do good things.
Yeah.
You know? But I don't purposely do bad things. So it'd have to be like no Daredevil probably.
Mm-hmm.
Like Daredevil beats
okay.
the shit out of people. Like he stomps them out, but you know he's
Yeah.
always trying to do the good thing. I like Daredevil. I've always liked Daredevil and Batman. Batman's my favorite, but Daredevil's always been up there.
Mm.
And Micah wanted me to ask a question.
Oh, yeah.
It was about Fortnite.
Of course it is.
He wanted to ask me. I don't think you guys really have an opinion on this, but he wanted to ask where I think collegiate Fortnite is going. And that's down the drain. No, I'm just kidding. If we keep only playing in CSL, it's going to be not very good because CSL doesn't seem to want to change anything about the way that they do things. But I think college esports in general are just going to be booming in the next, however many years. Because I think people are realizing that when you're at your best and like you can play at your best is most of the time right when you've played video games since you're in middle school and you're becoming a high schooler and you have more intelligence and more cognitive ability and you're just hitting that peak where you're like, okay, now I'm going to be really good at what I do and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know, I think college esports as a whole are going to increase because now we're on the main stage. Like esports in general is on the main stage. It started with like Ninja and it didn't start, but Ninja really kicked, like everybody knows who Ninja is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that kicked it up a notch, and now esports and big esports is on the platform, the scope, and next is collegiate. Like that's the only where else to go. There's not gonna be like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I guess there's not
Yeah.
really much.
I feel like talking about that specifically though, I think Epic needs to do a better job with understanding the needs of its community outside of its own hosted tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
Because right now there's that like key system where they give out like a key and I can take it to the lobby.
Creator codes.
If they could just make it so that you get an invite from someone, like if they add an invite system, then that would fix like half of the issues that CSL had
Well,
at the end.
because
of it.
like so the way keys work is like custom codes for a custom match.
Yeah. It's just
But
like
like
anyone
it
can
should
share
just be a lobby you can host yourself.
Yeah,
like,
and if
you
you
don't
could
have
invite
to.
people, then only the people who you want to be there would be in the match, and
Yeah.
that would help so much
And plus,
for college.
They had I don't know if they fixed it, but when they first had custom codes, you could if you didn't have 100 players, it would fill with bots.
Yeah.
So you'd be playing with little AI.
Mm.
So, did you see what Pineapple Phillips asked? How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
Do you guys know the answer?
No, do you?
I
I
did
feel
it
like you.
one
I feel like
time.
you do.
I've tested, so I
For
know
yourself?
I know my personal answer
What's your
at
count?
the time when I was 17 years old.
What's your count?
What are your guys' guesses?
I'm saying like 237.
Yeah,
130.
436.
400.
436. It took a lot more.
You
than
sat there
I
that long
expected.
doing that?
I did it with my friend.
That was just one side.
Jeez, man.
Look at 432.
Hold on, let me
Sorry,
see if there's any more
437.
questions. Dang,
Yeah.
that's intense.
And I need to remember that number because if I ever forget, I'd have to do it again.
Aqua asked, if you became famous, do you think it would change you in any way?
I mean, sure, it would change you, obviously.
Yeah, you get money, like
For sure. Like if I was famous, I'd be wearing Gucci every day. That's the first change.
Yeah, I
no,
would
but
be wearing like better.
on like the
clothes.
mental state, I feel like
I think I'd be the same.
I feel like I'd be
I
relatively
would
the
be
same.
friends with you guys still. Like I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be in college. I would if I was famous and rich. I wouldn't be in college for sure. But like I would still talk to you guys like every day.
I think if any of us were famous, like if I was famous, I think it honestly like money doesn't buy happiness, but it helps.
yeah.
Like literally, I'm not saying like I need money, but if I had money, it would help so many people in my life that it would make me happy.
Yeah.
Because like knowing that I could, my grandma could move out of the house she lives in and live in a nice house and not,
Yeah.
I'd like pay off my
stuff
mom's
like that.
house
You
and-
pay off your
yeah.
debt, like. So money doesn't buy happiness, but it definitely makes it easier for you to find happiness. I
Yeah.
think.
There are like studies on that of does money buy happiness, and the answer is up to 70K. Yeah, like once you stop worrying about money.
Yeah, that's the
The
biggest.
That's
lack
like
of
the
money
big thing.
buys sadness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like the lack of money is the issue, where
Yeah.
it becomes a stressor, where it becomes
It's
you
a
can't do
problem.
the things you
Yeah.
want to do at all. Luxury doesn't buy happiness.
Yeah.
No,
That's the way
no,
I'd
of course
probably
not.
describe it.
Yeah.
But like you were saying, because they say like 70K and then above that doesn't really matter. If you're looking at it that way, okay. But you could change the lives of people around you.
Yeah, I
Or
think
you
that's
could put
the
the money
most
where you-
important
I would
part about
definitely-
money.
Pay off my mom's debt.
Mhm.
She wants to move out of her house. I'd
Yeah.
move her.
Yeah.
I'd like put my grandma up in like an apartment
Mm-hmm.
and like pay. I'd pay off my brother's like school debt and stuff and like his wife.
Like it just makes the lives of everyone you love and care about easier because
Yeah.
you can take care of them,
Yeah.
rather than them struggling and worrying about whatever to.
I pay off my friend's school debt, Justin.
Mm.
He's got like so much school debt. I pay off his debt, and then I buy him like one nice thing.
Yeah.
I'd make a limit though. I wouldn't let people like bugging
Yeah.
off me.
Yeah.
I'd be like, you get one thing, and I'll
Yeah.
pay for it.
He's
Like-
like, all right, brand new Lambo. You're like,
Yeah. I'm like, all right, I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
Bud.
Bank account with 1 million in it.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, he's right.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm trying to see if we
I've
have
always
more
like had this
questions.
idea to like, if I was rich, I'd like get a house
Mhm.
and like put like my favorite people in it, and we'd just like
Yeah.
live there and like stream together,
Mhm.
like all of you guys or
Yeah,
whatever.
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Like,
All of us.
A streaming
Ryan
house.
Reynolds.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds has
I'm
to
like,
go.
Ryan, dude, like, can you
Dude, I
leave
know
your
you wanna
wife
go,
and
dude.
come hang out?
No,
bro?
dude, bring Blake. Just come hang
Oh
out.
yeah, Blake Lively. Oh, yeah, you gotta leave your kid though. Dude.
Oh no, he can't come.
Yeah, we don't want children.
Hire
in
a
the
sitter.
house.
all right, I got a question. This
Okay.
is particularly for Isaac because I've talked to Kevin about it. How many holes are in a straw? Why are you smiling? This is
I
dead serious.
nothing. I didn't say anything.
This is dead serious. I want to know, Isaac, on your personal opinion, if
My
without
personal
looking it
opinion.
up or anything, because I don't think there is any factual statement. It's all based on opinion here. Unless in your mind it's factual. So let's hear.
In my opinion, it is going to be factual.
Okay. So how many holes?
I don't think that's
It's going to
factual.
okay.
And a
It's going to
standard
be an
straw.
opinion of is the way I'm viewing it right or wrong, maybe. But there are going to be facts that are involved.
Maybe first describe the definition of a hole for us.
Okay.
In your mind.
So a hole is
See.
it's a concave area within something
Okay.
that is significantly deeper than the surface. That's how I'm going to
Okay.
describe a hole. Because like if you're talking about a dent isn't a hole. But if the dent is like really deep, you could call it a hole.
So a crater.
What about a hole punch?
A crater, you could call that a hole.
No.
in
What
the
about a
ground.
hole punch?
Yeah, well, a crater is just a dent though.
Yeah, but it has to be significantly deep.
Yeah, but
Okay.
ho-
Like
hold
there's
on.
probably
hold on.
some angle in which it goes in
But
that
what
I'd
about
call
when
it
you
that,
hole
I
punch?
just don't know.
What about when you hole punch paper? Is that significantly deep?
Yeah.
Like what makes it significant?
That is like 100%
Oh, it's all the way,
Because it,
all the
like,
way
went all the way
through.
through.
So
Yeah.
if it goes through the whole material, or if
Yeah.
it's like, mostly. Okay.
Yeah.
So how many holes are in a straw?
I'm going to go with one hole based off of that statement.
One hole.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So when you dig a hole in the ground, that's
That's
just
one hole.
That's one hole
Yeah. If
because that's significant. Digging a hole. So say I dug my hand's worth of a hole. That's significant enough to be a hole.
that's a hole.
You wouldn't call it half a hole.
I'd call it a hole. It's a
I would call it a hole too.
It's a whole hole.
So hold on. Let me.
No, you just explained it though. The hole punch thing. It goes all the way through.
Yeah.
Straws go all the way through. One hole.
Yeah.
2 holes.
No.
It has 2 openings.
That doesn't.
Then what's a
look at
hole
that.
punch hole?
Why
Yeah.
are you yelling at me?
A hole punch hole has 2
Openings.
A whole bunch.
two
Yeah, it's
openings.
2 holes.
So just the one action of opening it up like that.
Okay, so if you dig a
Because
hole, what?
the material was thinner
It's still a
than
hole.
the
It's
amount
still
like
2 holes. Like
Hey, look at that
concave
half
mass.
hole in the ground.
exactly.
That's
Who
what
would say
it's
that?
for you?
So
No one would say that.
exactly, because it's a hole, so it has 1 opening, right? So imagine if it has 1 opening on each side, that would make it 2 holes.
That wouldn't make it 2 holes.
How doesn't
Let's
it?
make it 1 hole that just connects on either side.
That connects.
Yeah.
So that's what makes
It's
it.
1 hole that connects things.
How do you know? Okay, let me think about this. How do you know the material in a straw that was there, right? What? How do you know? Like, say they put a hole on one side and they put a hole on the other side, and then they connected it. That'd be 2
Okay,
holes,
so
right?
first off, that's not how they
No,
don't
no,
have
no.
like
I'm not. I'm saying
a
hypothetically.
plastic tube.
Hypothetically. Hypothetically.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be? Because if you put a hole on this side and you put a hole on that side and they didn't connect, is that 2 holes?
That would be 2 holes.
But then what if you connected them?
1 hole.
No, that doesn't
Yeah,
make sense. You
That
can't-
makes perfect
Hey,
sense.
chat's saying 1 hole.
They're
Well,
saying 1 hole, dude.
You can't make.
Absolutely
Think about
1
it though.
hole.
Think about it though.
If it's connected, it's 1 hole.
How do you take 2 things?
Like we have
like-
space. Okay, think about outer space
All
right
right,
now.
let's hear it.
Outer space is the lack of something. Same thing as a hole. A hole is the lack of something. If you take outer space and you like just put something in it, you could say technically divided. It's a really weird concept. Like you have 4 walls and that makes a room. So you could call the
Everybody's
inside
saying
of that
one
room a
hole.
room. We're gonna get really deep, chat. It's gonna be weird. I'm about to get
Everybody's
super
saying one
abstract.
hole.
You have 4 walls. It makes a
hole
room
is a negative
on
space.
the inside. You could also say the 4 walls are the walls of a room, and the room is the outside. It's just a very big room, saying everything that isn't in there is another room. We're gonna use that same concept on space.
Oh my gosh, you're getting way too.
We're getting super deep.
No,
into
this
it.
is hard.
If you
This
don't
is-
get deep into it, then you're just
Yeah,
talking
but the
about
way you're
opinion.
explaining it is too complicated.
No, I understood it.
No, now we're gonna get to it. Of saying you could take like a rubber ball and you could put it in outer space.
Okay.
Now you have the space that's inside the ball. It's like it could be like a vacuum or something.
Yeah, it's like
inside.
2 different spaces.
And then you have the stuff that's on the outside.
Yeah.
And those are 2 different spaces.
Okay.
Poke a hole in the ball.
Yeah.
They're connected. Is it still 2 spaces? Or is it just space? And then you have a ball with a hole.
So you're saying
It's just space.
it's just space.
Holy.
What?
Otherwise, there would be 2 outer spaces. You could then remove the ball and completely make it flat, so it's empty. Then you have the first space, and then you have, by your
You're
definition,
confusing me
a
so
tiny
hard. See, this is
ball
what I'm saying. It's too
of
complicated
space
for me.
that exists within space. And that doesn't make any sense at all.
My mom wants your opinion on these. For a kid. They're Fortnite onesies.
Okay. I
Sorry,
have an easy
wait.
way to say this. The inside of something that is hollow, would you say there's a hole in the center?
Inside of something that's hollow.
Yes.
What do you mean?
Like an Easter egg type of thing. Like the ones that you put candy in.
Mm-hmm.
It's hollow on the inside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a hole inside of the egg?
No.
Yes.
Yes. That's what
Yeah,
Mike
I
is
think.
saying.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think. I see what you're
So
saying.
like
Said
there's nothing really in there, so I'm gonna say that there's a hole in there. If you take that,
Or there's a void. Really, it's not. It's not.
it's
really
not a
hole.
void because there's air in it. It's just
Well, I'm saying,
yeah.
as compared to what's outside, it's a void. You know what I mean? Like it's a space where. I don't know how to explain that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. But like in comparison to the object, there's a hole in it. Right? Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you take that, you set it in a hole in the ground. There is now a hole in a
Inside a hole.
2 separate holes.
Yeah.
You take the Easter egg and you open it.
Yeah.
The hole inside the Easter egg is no longer a hole, it's just open. So where did the second hole go?
That's a good question. Where did it go?
Just
It's
one
gone.
hole.
It doesn't exist anymore. Holes can be created and destroyed, and that is what happens when you connect the straw. You have 2 holes until they connect, and then 1 hole destroyed.
One hole, Mike.
1 hole. 1 hole. 1 straw.
See, I knew Isaac would have an answer to this. I knew it. I
Do
knew it
we
would
wanna-
make sense the way
Do
Isaac.
we want to talk about is water wet?
Water's wet, dude.
I don't know what describes wet. See, this is what I'm saying. It depends on the way you describe the definition. of
How would
something.
you describe wet?
And I think the exact definition is entrenched with liquid or something like that. You know what I mean?
How would you describe wet?
I don't know how to describe it.
Just gives, because you're saying water is wet. Is
I
water
think water's wet.
Probably, I guess, yeah.
Probably. Okay.
I'd say yes by definition because it is water.
Do you agree with that definition that he gave?
Yeah.
Entrenched with liquid, I guess.
That like if it's in, what do you mean by entrenched with?
To be consumed by.
But if you have like, say I put like water on my hand,
Yeah.
it's not surrounding my hand.
Yeah.
That would be entrenched if it was surrounding
Okay,
my hand.
well-
But if my hand has water on it, it's wet.
Okay, then I don't know. What's
So
the
in
definition of
contact
wet?
with
What's the
liquid?
definition of water?
In
then?
contact with liquid?
Sure. Yeah,
Is-
that makes
Can we
sense,
use
I
that
guess.
definition?
Sure.
In that
No,
case,
wait, we can't use that definition.
why not? Why not?
Because it
What's wrong with that
easily
definition?
it easily is.
It goes-
Why don't you just look it up?
Huh?
The definition of what?
The definition of wet? I do not trust like a dictionary to give us a scientific
The
definition
definition of wet.
of wet. Yeah.
Chat. What's the definition of wet?
Is it in contact
What
with
is
with
the
liquid?
definition of wet?
Is it in
Covered or
contact
saturated
with
with water or another liquid.
Saturated is a good word.
Showing a lack
Saturated.
of forceful. Wait, that's.
Hold on,
British.
no, put that down.
That's British.
Okay, that's enough.
Okay.
Finish what you're saying.
So saturated
with
is like-
liquid
in contact with
Yeah.
or covered?
or inside of.
Yeah.
It could
Yeah.
be either of the three.
Okay. So if it's touching the liquid, then it's wet.
Mhm.
So is water touching other water?
Yes.
Yes. If it's a multiple molecules
So it's
of
wet.
water.
So it's wet.
Whoa, why you?
But-
Don't yell about everything. Just slow down.
Yeah,
man.
chill,
You
chill.
Get
We're having a friendly
aggressive.
conversation.
Sorry.
He's like,
Okay.
it's wet.
So I'm gonna say multiple molecules of water are wet because they're
Yeah.
touching each other. They're touching liquids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you have one molecule of water, it's
Can you,
not
can
touching
you get
any
one
other
molecule
liquid.
of water? Is that
Yeah.
possible?
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
get a
just
molecule.
H2O.
You can get one molecule of that?
Yes.
Yeah,
Can you
scientists. I can't.
Really?
Scientists
Well, no, I
can't.
know. I'm saying, like, I didn't know how small that
That's a
would be.
thing.
Yeah, yeah, they can do that. They can get atoms.
So water's
So-
wet. Proven here
So
on the
water
Broke
is
Boys
wet,
podcast.
but one molecule is dry. So in that
But
case,
wouldn't you call that
water?
wait. Wouldn't you just call that a drop of water then?
No, because a
molecule
drop
of
of water
water?
is multiple molecules too, or
Well,
it could be.
Water
You
in
could call
general
it a
is
drop.
multiple
Water is H2O.
Yeah.
One molecule of that
Okay.
in the liquid state. And then if you have that surrounded by like solids of something else, and it's only one,
It's still wet though.
then it's dry. It's not touching
Hold on,
any
hold
liquid
on.
other than
But it's saturated
itself.
by liquid.
No, it's not.
Yes, because you got to think the pieces inside, even smaller than molecules, the pieces
The
inside
atoms,
of the
yeah.
water. Yeah, the atoms
atoms
inside.
are wet inside
the
of
atoms
it.
in the middle of the water are wet by the atoms outside of the water. Make it. Do you see what I'm saying? The very
No.
center. So think of the smallest thing you can think of. Atoms, right?
Yeah.
So an atom of water, right?
Mm-hmm.
So an atom of water is still surrounded by other atoms of water. Therefore, it's touching itself.
An atom of water is not a thing. It's an atom of hydrogen.
You know what
and
I, you know what I
of
mean. though.
Oxygen.
So like the
Yeah.
very
H
center part
and
of
then
a
2O.
molecule. The very center part of a molecule, right?
Yeah.
The smallest you could get. It's still surrounded and touching other parts of water.
Of the molecule.
Of
Together,
the
they are
molecules.
water.
No, of the other molecules.
Well, they're
I'm
not
saying.
water at that
I'm
point.
saying that there aren't other molecules of water.
Then it's not water.
It's one molecule of water is water. One molecule of H2O is water.
Yeah.
It's a very small amount, but it's not touching any other
It's like-
liquid. If
but
you
it's touching
surrounded it
itself.
with solids. It can't just be touching yourself. That's like
Sure.
saying if I
Whoa,
like
hold on.
do not touch my body at all, like I separate like everything about it.
Yeah.
You say I'm touching myself.
Hold on, don't say that. No, don't say that. So okay, look, think about this, right?
I actually just thought about this, by the way.
What?
We're all technically wet because our
Well,
bodies are
stop
made
that.
up of.
Stop that. You
like-
freak me out.
On the inside, we're wet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Water itself not wet, me wet. All right. Well, okay. So you're saying one
I'm saying
molecule
one
of
molecule
water,
of water is dry.
is dry
Yes, because it's not touching any other liquid.
besides itself.
I see that.
But it's not necessarily touching itself. It just is itself.
I understand what you're saying. And that's right, I think.
Thank you. But
I disagree.
now, if you accept that statement, then one molecule of water is dry, another molecule of water is dry. You have them touch each other. A dry thing, something that
It's
is
wet.
dry, just made something else wet.
That's weird, isn't
Ooh.
it?
Let's stop talking about it.
Okay. Now Aqua asked a question.
Who did?
He said, Aquaman. He said,
Is
if you
he
had,
wet?
no,
Yes.
no, stop. He said, if you had 1 million followers on any platform, what would you choose? On what platform?
Platform?
Yeah, you know, like YouTube,
Tinder.
Twitch, Tinder.
No.
Oh, I'd love to Tinder, bro.
Um,
Probably like Twitch.
Probably Twitch. That'd be the most fun for me, I think.
real followers, definitely Twitch.
Yeah.
Real followers.
No comment.
No, because
No
I'm just
comment.
saying, like, if that's 1,000 people or 1,000,000 people who are following you,
They'll go follow
that's
your other
insane.
stuff.
Yeah.
That'd be cool, yeah.
That's what I'm
they'll-
saying, like,
that means that many. Like,
Any outlet you get 1 million on, they're gonna go to your
Yeah.
other stuff.
but like some percentage is gonna have notifications on. They're gonna show up to your stream. If
Yeah.
that many people show up to your stream, you're the biggest streamer on Twitch.
Yeah, you're chilling.
yeah, well, not the biggest, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you're huge.
You're
like
big.
Like
massive. That's so
like
much
two-
money.
yeah,
Tofu.
that's like
Yeah.
money.
You have
up
1
there.
million followers on Instagram. There are a lot of
You
people
can
with
do
1 million
things.
followers. Like you can do a lot with it, but it's
I'd
not
pick-
the same type of money.
I'd never pick Instagram.
I
Like,
pick Twitch or YouTube.
Yeah, Twitch or YouTube. or
YouTube
Twitter.
a million
subscribers.
subscribers. That's not that much.
That's not that much,
Twitch, I feel
technically.
it's Twitch is bigger.
Twitch,
Twitch
is
is
like
definitely
so
the biggest.
valuable. There's probably bigger things that like you could.
Facebook.
Yeah, MySpace.
I don't know.
MySpace followers.
There are bigger things that are just like you don't think of as social media, but have
Mhm.
followers.
Mhm.
Yeah, like a
that like
following.
you'd be able to choose something.
Yeah.
Like if you're like a stockbroker.
He said Roblox.
Yeah, like if you're a stockbroker and you do
Mhm.
like market trading and like people like subscribe to your portfolio or something,
Yeah.
then you get like whatever portion of that subscription and like you invest their money, then I'd choose that because
Ooh.
that's an insane amount of
Is
money.
that social media though?
Did he say social media specifically?
He said platform.
Any platform.
Yeah, he said platform.
So, okay,
So I'd go.
I think that falls.
I'd go with something along those lines. I don't know enough about it. I don't use any of those things, but
You're so deep, man.
Yeah.
You always go deep. This is why we brought you.
I'm gonna
on.
go deep on everything, man.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Hang
Wait a
on a
minute.
minute. My mom asked me a question.
Yeah, what
Ooh.
she
She
said.
said, "Is Hulk an
What do you-
Avenger?"
It's Hulk and Avenger, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. that's
What?
I said.
Why was that a question?
That was like,
Yes.
okay.
Okay.
Does she mean like Hulk as
No.
in the green
Is
guy?
Bruce
or
Banner
Bruce
an
Banner?
Avenger,
Yes.
or is Hulk an Avenger?
They're both Avengers.
Yes.
Well, they're
I
all
agree
one.
with
They're
that.
one entity, so
They're different.
Well,
They talk to each other.
true.
There's two consciousnesses,
Mm,
so I think there's split consciousness.
Hmm.
So,
But I
yeah.
would say that they're both Avengers.
Later, Aqua.
you gotta go, Akko. See ya.
See you later, man. Thanks for stopping in.
Oh, you gotta look at these so my mom can pick
I
one
don't
out,
know,
dude.
dude.
I don't know. It's Fortnite.
The gingerbread one.
Oh, I got a question.
The
Mike.
gingerbread one.
Mike won't answer.
I won't answer.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Isaac, do you watch anime?
Yeah.
What do you watch?
I watched Attack on Titan.
Okay.
The majority of them, I can't remember anything else.
Were they
Like
any
other
good?
names.
Did you like it?
They're all kind of crap, but I watched them anyways.
Nice.
Like when I start watching it, I feel like I need to keep watching it.
Yeah, like, so one of these got to be good.
Yeah.
Never were.
Angel Beats was pretty good. I
Ah,
liked that one.
Never even watched that.
Beats by Dre was.
Yeah, Beats by Dre Fire.
Akame got
Oh,
killed.
that reminds me of some questions.
The comic I killed. Okay.
Yeah, also pretty good. That's another one I remember watching. I watched something that was about fighting over food, like college students fighting over
Food Wars.
Food. I don't think so.
That one's banger.
It's not that one. It's like a specific type of food, like not ramen, but it's
Tofu?
no, it's the name of like a type of food. I don't know, and they had different types of it at different prices.
Pringles.
And then whenever it went on discount, people would like college students who don't have money to buy food would all show up at the same time to get their discounted food, and then they'd like beat the crap out of each other. And it was like Dragon Ball Z type fights, but like in a grocery store.
This sounds
Whenever
awesome.
they put this food on, like this guy would come out and he'd like put the stickers out, and then he'd like push his cart back into the thing, and like everyone had these rules of like you wait for the guy to get back into the room,
Yeah.
and then you go get your food, and then they'd like beat the crap out of each other.
Jesus.
I need to know what this
Yeah.
is. I want to watch it.
I don't remember what it's called, but it's named after a food.
You didn't like Attack on Titan?
Oh, I loved Attack on Titan.
Oh, okay.
That's like the one good example I can
Okay,
think of.
cool.
Of like that's an anime that I was like I loved that.
That's
Kame
good.
Got Kill, pretty good. Angel
Mhm.
Beats, pretty good. That food one, kind of good.
It sounds fun.
Kind of funny.
I liked it. Oh, One Punch Man, also amazing.
Me and Zeus,
I
we
don't-
watched the first 3 episodes.
I just think it's so entertaining.
It's okay.
Like it's
I don't-
not.
I don't watch anime
It's not a plot,
at all.
Yeah, it's not a plot. That's why I don't like it that
but
much.
it's just like entertainment.
It's pretty funny.
That is true.
It
Like
is
I
pretty
just like
funny.
how he's just
Yeah.
like, yeah, that he blows people up, and we're
Yeah.
like, all right, cool.
Do you since we're talking about like TV and stuff, what's your favorite movie? Do you have a favorite movie, or at least like a top 3?
Ooh, love John Wick.
The first one.
That's like your
or the
favorite
third
movie
one?
of all time.
Probably John Wick, or
Get him out. No, I'm just
Um,
kidding.
John Wick.
It's pretty good.
I just love the way it was shot. And
Yeah,
then
you kind
Kingsman
of look like John Wick.
as well.
Anybody ever told you
Kingsman's
that?
amazing.
Kingsman is
Don't
so
tell me
good.
Anybody ever tell you that John Wick?
No one
with
has ever
glasses?
told me that I look like Keanu Reeves.
Could you kill me right now? Are you going
Just
to kill me?
bare hands? No.
Hey, John Wick needs your help. He needs your 3-digit code on the back of your credit card.
Kevin, what's your top 3?
Top 3, Adventureland,
Yeah, I knew that.
Scott Pilgrim vs. the World,
Yep.
and oh shit, This one's hard. I don't know my third one.
Shawshank.
Mm-mm.
You said.
I've never seen Shawshank.
Really?
The social. Wait, you
Not
need
The
to see
Social
that.
Network.
Zombieland.
Zombieland's pretty good.
I'm thinking of anything else Jesse Eisenberg. He's in love with him. Or Michael Cera. You like Juno?
Oh, Kill Bill.
Dude.
Kill Bill.
Kill Bill.
Okay.
I love Kill Bill.
Kill Bill's
The
pretty
first
good.
one. The Volume 1, Volume 2 sucks.
It's pretty good. My favorite's Inception's number 1, Dark Knight's number 2, and number 3 is
So
probably
good.
either Shawshank or Django Unchained. I really like Django Unchained.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. New Quentin Tarantino. It was pretty fire. It's pretty good. I don't know did you see it?
No.
It's really
I
good.
haven't seen that. You watched that with Derek.
Yeah, it's really good.
So Kevin, you love Jesse Eisenberg, right?
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts on Batman versus Superman?
Terrible.
How did he do in it?
Oh, I mean,
I liked him in that.
Really?
Yeah.
As Lex Luthor?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
It's like a different portrayal of Lex Luthor.
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah. But like I liked
Bald.
it,
I'm just
kind
kidding.
of.
I feel like most people didn't like him.
no, they didn't.
No, not a lot of people did. Not a lot of people liked the movie, so.
'Cause
I
there's,
hated
like,
that movie.
I think he played it a lot like how he played his character in Now You See Me.
Yeah.
And that was weird for me because I don't put the
I
Now You
thought
See
it
Me
was-
character like Lex
Mm.
Luthor in the slightest.
It was like. I liked how it was different, though.
It wasn't like evil.
yeah, I
it
like
was like
different,
sly.
like the new Joker movie.
Yeah.
The new
Like,
Joker
that was-
movie is
I
phenomenal.
love the
different,
new
and I think
Joker
in a
movie.
great way.
That's
It's
what
already
I'm saying.
it's on top
Maybe it's
100
because I've already
IMDb.
seen the actor do a similar portrayal.
Who? Joaquin Phoenix? Is that what you're talking about? Or Jesse Eisenberg?
No,
Joaquin.
Jesse Eisenberg.
Oh, yeah.
Where I'm saying, like, I saw Now You See Me, I thought it was way too similar to his performance of Lex Luthor, and those characters should not be the same thing at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why I disliked his performance.
I just thought it was like different from like actual Lex Luthor, because Lex Luthor's
Yeah.
usually like preppy, not preppy, but like big man, like billionaire
Yeah.
or whatever. And,
Yeah,
like,
I think they probably Jesse Eisenberg did the best he could have done with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really think it was his fault the way it turned out. Honestly, I think the way it turned out is partial just production value, and whoever what was the dude's name? The director.
Zack Snyder.
Yeah, I hate that guy.
Mm.
But like I thought it
he
was.
directs. He directs. Doesn't he direct Guardians of the Galaxy? Is that him? Or is
No,
it
that's
what else
James
does he
Gunn.
direct? James Gunn is.
He did Watchmen.
Okay, that's a good movie.
That's pretty
But
good,
Yeah.
too. I like that one.
But
It
I think
remind-
that-
That one reminds me of The Boys a little bit, but
Yeah,
not,
that's
It's got a similar vibe.
Yeah.
It's like it's
not
not,
quite.
just from watching the trailer, I've seen the
Yeah.
trailer all over the place because it's like Amazon original. I'm
But I
like,
just
It's amazing.
I just liked it because he
It
was
is
like
awesome.
a crazy Lex Luthor for once, and like you never see that before.
Yeah.
yeah, he's usually like sophisticated.
Yeah, he's like sophisticated, but like Jesse Eisenberg was like,
Did you
Yeah.
hold on?
He's like,
this
"Hey,
is a good
man."
question. Hold on. Did you read comic books as a kid?
A little bit. Yeah, I actually
What's
own
your favorite like comic book?
Sonic the Hedgehog Christmas.
Not
Not kidding.
When
I
did you
own
get
it
that?
still.
When did you
Really?
get that?
Got it from my brother. So
Really?
like I was younger
That's your
than I
favorite?
can remember.
really?
It is just like iconically in my mind of being like this is a comic book that I have back at home, like on my.
Oh,
little
so it's like a
bookshelf in my
sentimental
room.
thing almost.
I think so because
Okay.
I don't think it's that good.
What's
of a
your favorite
book,
comic
but-
book?
My favorite comic book is either Avengers: The Secret Invasion series, which is really really good. I definitely recommend that. It's actually phenomenal.
Yeah.
Or it's like the zombie ones. I always thought the zombie ones were cool. Avengers, like Marvel zombies or
Yeah.
whatever. That was always pretty cool as
Do you
a
like
kid.
the one where Spider-Man's going insane? Because I was like, that's like the only one I know. Of.
Like when he kills people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty. I like darker comedy like that. Comics. Have you ever heard? You know who Moon Knight is?
No.
Yeah,
Moon
Knight's
Knight's
sweet.
probably my top 3. Moon Knight's like he's like a mixture between like Batman and Deadpool, and he usually wears a white like cape and hood, and he kills people.
It's like a
and he has
crook,
he has this voice in his head that haunts him from I don't really remember the whole story, but something he did in his past, and it shows up as like a figure all the time and makes him do bad
I think
stuff.
his real
basically.
name's like Azazel or something.
Yeah, it's actually that reminds me. My dad told me it's actually like a god, like an Egyptian god that follows him around and stuff, and that's why he's like so strong and has like powers and stuff. But it's really really interesting. And
I like the Scott Pilgrim comics.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite.
Scott Pilgrims.
Yeah, they're fire. They're better than the movie.
Really,
Mm.
I don't think I've ever read those.
They're really good. There's like 6 volumes.
I also have a whole box full of Daredevil comics that I haven't read all of because they're like classics.
I like the Marvel comics or like DC.
Mm.
Max Landis wrote this one comic for Superman. It was really
Yeah.
good. It was like Superman, but like he was actually like kind of more like human than normal.
Yeah, he wasn't
Superman.
like completely invincible.
Yeah, he wasn't like invincible. but,
Because
like,
that's I don't. Like
it was
Superman.
it was cool. It was
based
like
off
really
that.
good. And then Marvel, I like the Killing Joke or like
The Killing Joke's fire.
The like Dark Knight comic
Mhm.
books are really good.
Yeah. The Killing Joke's really good. I think. Who's your favorite supervillain actually, or villain or supervillain? You know. You can say
Dude,
you
it's
know
hard.
like
Might
a
go with
movie
Joker.
version. You can say a comic book version.
Joker.
Yeah.
Which Joker? What
Well,
version?
Heath Ledger, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
Heath Ledger. I mean, Joaquin
Outstanding.
Phoenix was
Yeah.
brilliant.
Good.
Like his was
Did a good
really
job.
good.
I thought it was really good.
But I
Yeah.
mean, Heath Ledger just. Is that your
That
favorite?
guy's like,
percent?
I dressed up as Joker, Heath Ledger in high school.
Mhm. Really?
Oh, really? I
Did
didn't see
magic
that.
tricks.
Ah,
It was
that's
awesome because I'd
scary.
walk up to people with a pencil, like spinning it in my fingers, and I'd ask them if they wanted to see a magic trick while dressed up as the Joker,
That's creepy.
and then I'd show them a card trick. But it was like a really
Just slammed people.
like out of the box card trick where I'd tell
Yeah.
people like pick a card, and I wouldn't be holding a deck of cards,
Yeah.
and then I'd have them like take a card out, think of one in their head, put it on top of the deck that isn't actually a deck, just like this, and have them put it back into the box. Then I'd like take the box and then I'd pull out an actual deck of cards and I'd smack them on top of each other. I'd pull the deck of cards down and ask them what their card is, and they'd say their card, and then their card would be on top.
Really?
Yeah, actually no, that's not it. I'd have them turn their card upside down, and then one card would be facing the opposite direction. It
That's
was
creepy.
real, like it freaked people out.
Yeah, that would freak
So
me
I
out.
was
I'd
like
run
walking
away from
around
you.
on Halloween.
You should have brought
Halloween
some of your
night.
stuff.
Didn't bring any magic with me.
A magic stream, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Who's your favorite villain?
Villain? I like what's his name? I like Doctor Doom in the comics cuz he's like there's like this one comic book like series where he's like the leader of like Uganda or something. Like he becomes a tyrant. Like it's crazy. It's
yeah, I remember
sweet.
you telling me about this.
It's not like Uganda, but it's like some like South
It's
African
third world
country.
country.
Yeah.
And it's cool. I think he's just interesting. And like
He was terrible in movies.
yeah,
Too bad.
definitely.
Too bad.
He's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, he's an interesting character.
I like the new Spider-Man Mysterio or whatever.
Mysterio was really
Mysterio
good.
was really good. Like they did that really
The
well.
CGI in that movie was actually
That was a
phenomenal.
really
like,
good movie.
The scenes where he's being tricked or whatever. That
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
some of the best stuff
I thought
I've
it was
seen.
sweet.
Honestly, I was like, oh my god,
That was really good.
Yeah.
I like that.
We got like he's got to leave at 7, so we got time for like a couple
Okay.
more questions.
Yeah.
Heath
I gotta
Ledger's
be out of
probably
here
my
by
favorite, too.
6:50.
Okay, that's
Okay.
fine.
It's a 9 minutes.
Got a little bit of time.
Okay. What do we got?
Do you have any questions for us?
Any
Because
questions?
I know you always
for
got
guys?
you always know how to answer the questions, but do you know how to ask them?
What made you guys want to start the Broke Boys podcast together?
This is my lover. First off,
Yeah, we like make.
I don't know. I like me and him both like talking about it ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you could say we're self-centered. I don't really care. You know what I mean? But like, I like talking to people and talking about things, especially like real stuff. Like when we talk about, because it's hard to like ask like deep questions off the top of your head. But like that's why we try to get people to ask those questions because
Yeah.
we want to talk about deep stuff and hear what people's opinions are. And that's what we talked about it and we said like we want to have people on here and just explore their mind in a sense.
Yeah.
Especially you, because I feel like you're very articulate and very easy to talk to.
Thank you.
And you always make it a fun situation, so it just makes sense.
Yeah.
And then like we plan to have other people on whenever we do these more consistently.
Yeah.
But we're trying, you know.
It's like actually our 1 year. Like we did our first one. It's like our 1 year anniversary. We're doing another one.
Yeah.
Wait, is this the second one you guys have done?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
I
does it
didn't
feel
know
to be
that.
the first guest?
It feels pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
That's
There
a
you go.
cool title. I want to see this go somewhere. If you guys could do it like once a week or something. Just,
Yeah.
Like, grab it
I mean, I'm thinking
Every
would
2,
be every
maybe.
2 weeks
Every
right
2
now
weeks.
if we can keep up with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let the coaches know so you can like schedule a time in here, or
Mhm.
schedule a time like in the facility before it opens, something like
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we could do it early or late.
Yeah, that's what Coach suggested. But yeah, I guess that's it really. We just interested in people. Me and Kevin, that's how we always are. When we meet new people, it's like, I feel like we have a process of getting to know somebody better than anybody else. Because we care about like the way people think about stuff. It's not just like, oh, I would feel like this, so obviously they would feel like this. Like when I meet somebody new, especially I want to know how they feel about certain things because that tells me how they're going to feel if I do something in the future,
Yeah.
if I ask them something. Because like, that's part of life too. That's knowing people, and I like that.
Definitely.
So, any other? Do you have anything that you've wanted to ask me or Kevin personally, like
Ever.
throughout the year or anything like that?
I don't think so. No.
You don't think so?
No.
What's like the? Do we have anything for him?
I mean, I don't. He can explain everything, but he's never going to convince me that water's dry, and it makes wet.
One molecule is dry.
It's wet.
Multiple are wet.
Oh my god.
No, but I mean,
One molecule could be wet if it was in contact with other molecules of liquids.
this guy.
Just saying.
What's your favorite? Wait, what's your favorite TV show?
Favorite
He said
TV
it,
show?
The Boys.
The Boys, but like
Yeah, The Boys. But
let's-
if you're looking at more traditional TV, Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
You
Okay.
like that?
Yeah, I love that,
Okay.
and I like how they draw it into
Water
the
is not
cinematic universe.
They don't
did a good
believe
job.
it.
Yeah.
They do. They believe it, but they don't believe it. Wait, let me think about this. Actually, what is the hardest thing you've gone through in your entire life? Like, what do you have something in your mind that you're like, that was the hardest moment of my life?
Oh, absolutely. Oh man, I don't have much time left, so this is gonna be weird to like just say quickly. So just talking fast. I got very, very depressed in high school. Wanted to kill myself. Set a timeline of I know that people make decisions very rashly when they are feeling suicidal, so I'm gonna give myself 6 months. Wanted to kill myself every single day of that 6 months. Probably not an hour went by when I didn't think about it. Most days it was not a minute went by. It was a horrible, horrible time, but I waited the 6 months. At the end of that, I'm religious, so I basically asked God for permission to kill myself type of thing, and then I got a very firm no through like an actual like real life thing happening where I was like, here's something super, super improbable, and if it happens, then I won't kill myself, and if it doesn't happen, then I'm allowed to, and it's like something you're not supposed to do in religion.
Yeah.
But it's something that I did, and then the super improbable thing happened, so I didn't kill myself for the next. It was not just I won't do it. It was until I went to this thing called Young Life Camp, and I went to that, and I felt happy for the first time in like 7 months.
Really?
And then I knew that I could eventually feel happy. So that's what let me keep doing it until eventually one day I realized that I didn't want to die anymore.
That's awesome.
So
dude.
yeah,
That's
that was
sweet.
like the worst thing that happened to me.
That's crazy.
was going through that.
I think that's crazy because like knowing you like and how like
Oh, I'm
you
super
can
positive,
like you know what I
like,
mean.
all
No,
the time,
and no, but
yeah.
not even that. Just the fact that you can literally explain anything, and you saying yourself, "Hey, this was a sign from like God," or you know,
Yeah.
so, like that. That means more to me because I know that you logically think about everything.
Yeah.
And if it made sense to you, then like that's inspirational. I'm
That's
glad you
cool.
shared that. That makes me feel
Yeah.
like that's awesome, dude. I'm glad you got through that. You know, I'm glad you're here. Obviously, we love you.
Yeah.
I'm glad I am too.
Yourself.
So like if you're going through that type of stuff, wait it out and try to make a change in your life.
Talk to somebody.
Because
you know,
seriously, talk to someone. That helped me so much. I felt super shameful about it, where I didn't want to tell my friends because I felt like it was something wrong with me, and like they judged me for it. But
yeah,
they
you
were
didn't
super
want them to
supportive.
feel bad, like
Yeah.
you know. Yeah,
But-
that's one thing I want to say
Biggest
on
thing that I did
stream.
was talk to someone.
Yeah, that's what I want to say on stream because, you know, we've all been through sad shit and we've all been through stuff that nobody should go through and stuff. And like the hardest part about getting out of that place and getting to a place, like you may think, hey, I don't want to be happy, I don't care, but like the hardest part about that is saying like, especially being a broke college student, you know, or a broke student living at home or a high schooler, like, you know, maybe your parents fight, anything like that. Like you gotta get up and you gotta say like, hey, I don't feel all right. Like I gotta talk to somebody about that. Cause like that's like 99% of the problem every single time. And it, you know, you might think it might not make you feel better, but I promise you. And like, especially the people who I know in here, if you have problems, you can come to me, you can come to Kevin. Kevin might bullshit you, but you can come to me. You
I
can come
never
to
talk
Isaac.
to me too.
You know, we've all been through stuff. So like,
yeah.
don't kill yourself. It's terrible.
Please.
Like,
Don't.
it's important, you know? It's just a good thing.
Life is very important.
Yeah.
Like, and not only is just life and you living it, there's a lot of stuff you can do that's good for the world.
Yeah.
And just that's what I always think of when I'm feeling like that. I'm like, you know, I want to give good to the world. I want to have potential to do things. And like think about your family and, you know, you want them to be happy. So this has been the Broke Boys podcast.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in.
Shout yourself out.
Sorry I got deep.
Isaac,
Isaac.
go check me out at twitch.tv/t.vevo. That's DOT Vevo.
TeaDotVevo.
Yeah,
TEA.
TeaDotVevo.
Twitter,
T-
Twitter
TEA.
coming soon.
Twitter coming soon. Follow the guy on Twitch.
Yeah.
You know us,
That's true.
so
Yeah.
it's whatever. But
Well,
thanks
not
for
that
coming.
important.
You know.
Thanks for
That's
having me
about
on, guys.
Yeah.
Hey, of course.
It was
Shake
great.
hands. Shake hands.
Hey, it was
good to
great.
see
It
you.
was great. Great
Pleasure
time.
seeing you.
I wanted to know what music he listens to. I never got that.
Oh, quick question. Genre of music, favorite.
Bunch of random stuff, but honestly, probably gonna have to say pop.
Pop.
What's your favorite artist?
Favorite artist?
Michael Jackson. Sorry.
Either Hollywood Undead.
Oh,
or-
really?
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
you wouldn't
sweet.
expect
That's
it. but
interesting.
either
No, that's
Hollywood Undead
awesome.
Or Don Diablo.
Don Diablo.
Yeah.
Never heard of that.
Check him out. You might recognize a couple of his songs,
That's
but
pretty
he
cool.
does like dance type music.
Okay.
Like EDM
Okay.
almost.
Okay, cool.
All right. See
All
you
right,
guys.
that was
Thanks
us.
for tuning in.
Thank
Broke
you.
Boys Podcast.
Later.